some stuff for that, for like League and.
Yeah. This us. We live.
Yo!
Hello.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to another Dial H for Heroclix monthly live for Heroclix. For Heroclix monthly live stream, just the one Heroclix. That's all we're talking about.
Just one.
Yeah, just one. No, but we got Ian here.
Hello.
We got Simeon here.
Spider-Man.
We got Calder here.
Calder's here. Well, look at that. How cool is that? How neat is that? It's really neat. As you guys know, the rules change happened. We'll be talking a little bit about that. Got a little bit of a giveaway going on later. More on that. Stay tuned. And we got some listener questions. We'll be taking any listener questions that you guys have throughout the chat. If you guys want us to talk about comic books, Heroclix, movies, TV shows, whatever, we'll talk about it. Talk about all those things in relation to Heroclix. Whatever. We're just here to have a good time. Probably around 2 or so hours. Won't be a crazy long live stream like in the past. We just want to keep the ball rolling. Want to do more monthly live streams. Do hangout sessions with all you guys and cool cats and kittens. Ugh, sounded Blake right there for a second. Yikes.
Cool cats and kittens.
cool cats
Did you
and
murder
kittens.
your husband? Sound like what was her
Oh,
name?
what's her face?
Tiger King.
Yeah.
Cheryl?
Cheryl?
Crow. No. Also a country singer.
What is?
That's so not her name. It's not. I want to say Shaw too, but I don't think that's it.
Is it not Cheryl? Carol?
Carol
Baskins.
Baskins.
Carol Baskins. Yeah, there we go. Boom.
We did it, ladies and
Solved
gentlemen.
it. Good stuff. Good
One
stuff.
mystery solved tonight already.
Yeah, dude, easy. Hey, speaking of mystery solved, how do
Oh.
we feel about the mystery cards?
You know, I think they're really interesting, but with that addition, I know we were talking about it a bit off stream. It's just like it seems like there's so many outside mechanics in the game, and
Yeah.
so do we know if the mystery cards are costed at all?
No, they're free.
They're
Yeah.
free?
You have to fit certain caveats though. So unlike
Sure.
tarot cards or whatever, like mystery cards can only be used for like mystery gang, detective, and the other one they have is Green Lantern Corps detective. So like they'll probably will be like a Batman family detective one or something
Oh,
to that
sure.
extent. So
I mean, I'm excited for them. I like new changes to the game. I think they make
Yeah.
it fun. And, you know, if you don't like things, like, you don't have to go and complain about them. You can just not play them. So,
Yeah.
like, really, when something new's added to the game, I'm all for it. I think it's fun. Sometimes, yeah, they're unbalanced. But, you know, once again, you don't have to play with them.
what do you think of that? Smee, what do you think about them?
I mean, I think at the
For
very
sure.
least it adds like a campaign mode type
Yeah.
flavor, kind of like mission points. Like
Yeah.
people that don't think mission points are fun or don't think that they're like competitive, you don't have to play them, but like it still adds like a fun thing for everyone else.
You know?
And so even if they don't end up being something like competitively viable, it's like, ooh, I want to get like I don't even know how they work, to be honest. It's like weird, but
So they all
you
have like
get
a
your
certain
plus
thing
3
you
bonus.
want, like a certain thing you do will give you pluses to the card. So like one is literally like the Green Lantern one is like clearing action tokens. Anytime someone with the Green Lantern keyword removes an action token, so that is either like a leadership, a willpower, a whatever, then you add a point. So it's that one because it's easier than like reflects an opposing character. It's at 6 and 9 for those bonuses. So your first bonus at 6, second one at 9. They just get better. They just give you a really good buff to the team. There's no like winning scenario with them. They'll probably help you win.
I mean, that does make it more interesting when you're talking about, like, opening up the meta. Like,
Yeah.
by bringing in new, like, not necessarily win conditions, but things that can help with win conditions. I really like the idea of, like, broadening the meta. I think that's always a good thing, and if there's something that can do that, I think tarot cards, in some extent, have broadened the meta a bit. In some fashions, they've also limited it.
yeah.
So, when you take that game element, you know, it just
Separation.
opens up that team building aspect
Points.
of it. So you
Points.
can get more things in the game, and I mean, that seems to be always like a good thing. So
I
I'm for
think
it.
these are definitely more intuitive for team building than like tarot cards are. Because tarot cards were like, there's so many of them, you could make them fit any team. Versus these, you would maybe build around them or
Yeah.
add them to a very specific thing. There's only
It's
gonna
like
be
a subset of mission points. is
yeah,
what
there's
it
only gonna be
feels
like 10 mystery cards. There's not going to be a lot.
No.
It's like a handful. So
I mean, what's
I'm
great about
interested
the
in
set too is just like the pack incentive. Like in every pack, you're getting like a Green Lantern ring, a mystery card, you know, a Lantern construct.
Yep.
I mean, that to me is fantastic. Like every single pack I'm opening, I'm getting a little something extra, and that little something extra has huge potential to have some more value.
yeah.
You know, with the price increase, a lot of people like to complain about that. Kind of warranted. With the tarot cards being like, you know, 1 every 2 boosters.
Yeah,
Five
X
out
of
of 10,
Swords is
right?
like like I pulled a rare, but it was like rare Wolverine with the Muramasa blade, like from the main set.
Yeah.
You know, it's like
Exoswords was a great
I
set.
can get rid of like that,
Yeah.
like rare. I can get rid of like my tarot card, and then I didn't like get a total loss for getting a rare pack. You know.
Yeah.
That's true.
But yeah, Wonder Woman was like the best set when
Oh,
it came
my.
to that.
Ooh.
It gave you so much incentive.
I would say not on a booster by booster, but on a case or brick incentive.
Yeah.
Definitely by brick.
By brick.
Chase
at
per
least.
brick, and like the chases, even if they weren't good, were very cool.
Yeah.
Like, every
Yeah.
single chase in that set is cool.
Yeah, all lanterns are cool. All the whatever Secret Six are cool. Yeah.
Yeah. I really had no complaints about that set.
No.
I don't think anybody did, to be honest.
No, lots of people had complaints
There
about
was-
that
yeah.
set.
It's weird, but there was a
Yeah,
lot of
yeah.
complaints.
Oh yeah, dude, tons of people complained about Wonder Woman, and I thought it
In
was
what
like,
in what fashion?
in like the fashion of the case incentive, the buy by the case, people super
Mhm.
complained about that. You want me to pay $300 for a Con Elite? That was like the argument
mean-
everybody made.
But
Instead,
it's not even
like
that. It's like you get this in addition
You
to your
get-
case.
yeah,
And
exactly.
if you don't want it, you just
We tried
sell it.
making that argument.
You know, like
They
to
ate us
me,
alive
that's-
on
It's
HD
an
Realms.
incentive to
Yeah.
buy more. Like
They did not enjoy that.
no.
I got a Brainiac and Lex.
I was like, it's kind of like when you buy
Wasn't
something at the
huge on it.
grocery
I want
store
one, though.
and they give you,
sold him,
extra
bought
for
a
free.
Plastic
Yeah.
Man, and I was like, all right, I'm happy.
Fine.
yeah.
Didn't get Falcom, but
But then there's like there's also objects in Wonder Woman that made it worth it. There was great banger super rares in there. There's some bummer
Oh, yeah.
ones, but still, then the case incentive, then the chase every
Flash, Green
Amazing.
Lantern, Felix
Oh,
Faust,
right.
like
Yeah.
my
Yeah.
God, they're also amazing.
yeah. So like, now Wonder Woman is an awesome set for like bang for your buck wise.
I can see how people might complain about it, but
Yeah.
that's just not me.
And it's kind of funny, like even though Disney Plus like had none of that extra stuff, like no legacy cards, I guess they had equipment. That is one thing. But like Disney
They had a
Plus
lot
still,
of equipment per
they had
brick
a
too.
ton of equipment per brick, and then also they just had really solid like unique figure choices because it was all the shows that we were never gonna get ever again. Like we're never gonna T'Challa, Star-Lord. Like those are the only two that will ever exist. Like that's really cool. I think they've done a great job. The only set I could really ever complain about in modern currently is like War of the Realms or Rise and Fall. War
I
of the
think both of
Realms
those have their merits.
is probably like those are probably the weakest ones, but
War of the Realms had a cool chase theme,
it did.
but
I
it did
did
not
like
give
that.
me any incentive other than chase theme to buy into
Yeah.
it heavily.
No generics always hurts.
Yeah.
I
That's
think we're all
wild
big
to me.
generic men.
But, like,
we like generics.
We are
but-
generic men, as you can see.
generics men.
Generics, man. Yeah, like, that was another thing about Wonder Woman. 7, 8, 9 generics or whatever. A ton.
It was an odd number,
It
but
was
yeah,
odd,
they,
yeah, it's
there
like
was
7.
And then a ton of people
A
who
ton
could
of
generate
generics.
set.
Yeah,
that's
huge.
like
there wasn't
that's
a
the
single
best thing ever.
there wasn't a single generic that didn't have someone that could generate it. Like
That's true.
yeah, we
Yeah.
did a generic bracket
Someone
thing, and
make it.
yeah, they could.
It was a ton of fun.
Monkeys got made by
Hi,
Tolliver.
Emily.
Oliver.
Yo,
Emily
says
Rod.
hi. How's it going?
Yeah, we got
So does Tony. Howdy, Tony.
howdy
Tony gets it. Luke was asking about what figures get the best boost from the equipment change. So we were talking a little bit about
Ooh,
Batman
yeah.
set a couple minutes ago about the mystery cards. Probably the biggest thing the Batman set brings is the change to equipment. That changes how people have played it. I mean, since the dawn of relics and stuff. So since Mighty Thor, really. More so the new equipment dance is like 2017 forward, but still starting like auto equipped. We talked a little bit about it. I mean, Zakarian Iron Man, a huge boost. That confirmed cloak right away, and then he doesn't have an action token on him, and then he can get
Really
2
insane.
objects on him right away instantly with a move sidestep.
yeah.
That's just gnarly.
And it makes like this is a big promotion for non-theme in my mind too.
Yeah.
Because if you want to play equipment on that team, it's like, well, your best equipment is going to get taken or destroyed,
Yeah.
almost guaranteed. Unless you're going first, but you
A
can't
lot
bank
more.
on that.
Yeah, good
so.
stuff is good. If I go
so.
second, it's not like nearly as frustrating as if
No.
I like
You're not worried about them.
you're not like
sniping
actually
your
like a whole
equipment.
turn behind. Like if your opponent moves up, then you have the opportunity to attack them, and if they don't, then you're in the same boat as they are.
Like playing a theme with Scarab now and just
Mhm.
getting to start with radioactive play on somebody, that's amazing. That's devastating for your opponent. Previously, it's like you're considering playing Puppet Master with him just so you can guaranteed get that clay, right?
Yeah.
And now it's like 5 points, it's yours. Like Scarab, to me, is also a figure that I think is like you need to be massively looking at until rotation, because there's going to be a lot more equipment. It's just easier to have. It's a much stronger consideration, and it was already such a strong consideration. So
Honestly, like if you play, Mad Jim Jaspers, to answer Luke's question, I think Mad Jim Jaspers, geez, got the biggest boost because you can't like change who you're gonna equip with what. It's assigned like when you put your build force. But Mad Jim lets you like swap mid game. So if I don't want to start with like radioactive clay, like if I'm running like Secret 6, rather than starting one with for like the very off chance that like Time Platform Doom gets played against me and like wants to steal it, I can just Mad Jim swap into it, and then I have that like ability. It's just, I think Worlds showed me, if anything, that Mad Jim just has a ton of utility, a ton of like competitive utility, but also just like defensive utility, offensive utility.
Great synergy with the tarot cards.
So much stuff.
A big thing was like, so there's a card, I can't remember the name of it, the in-cap card, where after you use in-cap, you can deal your printed damage. Switching into something like the lasso, which allows you to in-cap for free on a turn where you draw that tarot card. Like Jim Jaspers gives you insane synergy with those tarot cards if you want to. There's so many combos there. That's just one of them. And
there's that sword that
Mad Jim definitely got better
right?
with this. I think it's without question.
I can't remember. I thought it was like if you hit.
Which one's this?
Maybe it's a character.
Mind control sword. Which one's that?
Seducer.
Okay.
Makes sense.
Yeah. But that basically giving everyone like that rare Exodus power where you just deal your printed.
Yeah.
That damage is huge too because it gets through stop clicks. It gets through like super senses. Like if you've already hit them and you just deal 4, that's nuts. Like I thought it was nuts when Exodus did it, but now like anyone
literally anyone.
Blackheart, you like in-cap Blackheart and then deal him 3 damage through his stop clicks and he just dies.
It's not bad.
No, pretty
it's
solid.
Really not bad at all.
Luke then goes on to ask, what equipment gets the biggest boost? Specifically equipment, I think a lot of more expensive equipment will be played more often now.
Yeah.
It's no longer a big worry that you're going to be set back like 15, 10 points on a build anymore. Saying that, I still don't know if we see that much just our auto give someone the Necro Sword, but I think, more expensive.
It's a much heavier consideration at the minute.
I think, Modifier already saw a ton of play. Now I think Modifier is like no reason to not be on your team.
Looking at characters like Demon and Armor who just start the game with it.
Or like
and now you have a defensive juggernaut.
You can easily...
like we've seen triple modifiers before, and like
triple modifier with Scarab and stuff.
Yeah, it's nuts.
That's
like
gonna be cool.
That -3 and like
it's just such a neat idea. I like it.
-3 to like your opponent's attack on their turns. They can't like hit you or have a much harder time hitting you
unless they have the Guardians of the Galaxy team ability. Think about it.
Yeah.
Think about it.
What is like what? I don't know. Like I think the cloak is like.
Easy. The cloak already saw a ton of play, but gotta get more. Right?
Yeah, I mean, like,
more.
Yeah.
Why would I not want everyone on my team to have sidestep, plasticity, flight if they don't already like have some variation of that? Red Wing, you could just like do a ton of stuff with Red Wing, doing like a Modoc, like that new Legacy Modoc that's coming soon. Do like a bunch of Red Wing stuff with him.
There's a lot of factors to look at with it. I think and then like rotation plays a factor too.
Yeah.
I think my personal choice for like an item that gets the biggest bump, like Time Platform, is never on a main force unless you're like Jim Jaspering from the sideline, right? But it's like just starting the game with like a squishier figure and giving them Time Platform. That sounds great to me. That's a protection like through Pulse Wave, through like any other thing. Like it's just literally, I don't want this to die yet. Go back to the start. That sounds great.
I think in Silver, we're gonna need a ton more like Mansion Rings being played. You can just auto equip with one and then normal equip like the other. Yeah. And it's like, all right, an easy.
A lot more feasible than it used to be for sure.
Than wasting all that time getting 2 rings equipped. Yeah.
And like another one too that I've heard like some chatter about is the pumpkin bombs. Just giving somebody energy explosion to start the game, not having to waste that action. Like turn 2, a big energy explosion, that can make a difference.
I mean, dimensional
for 5 points.
Dimensional watch or whatever.
Oh yeah.
That's like gives you the Spider-Verse like trait.
I like that a lot actually.
Like starting with that with like a big heavy hitter like Emperor Gladiator like screeches across the map and like blasts you.
Something like Flash
then
too.
You send like that War of the Realms Spider-Man to like follow up or something. Like there's a ton of stuff. Yeah, Flash.
I think like Flash is another figure that just flat out gets like way better. Like turn 1, he's just ready to go.
Way more stuff.
Well, it's because like
give him a sword, give him whatever.
It's like,
Give
I
him
don't
time
care about
platforms.
losing like that 30 points. Yeah.
Maybe that's a real thing. Give him time platform, then the next turn, he goes again. Like, he's still like 12, 11 on flick 2.
Charge again,
They send him back to your starting area, and you're like, here you go again.
And he's carrying more people if he's copying green. Maybe that's something, honestly. That's cool. But Flash, give him like a sword, give him something like Muramasa. I don't know. Could be interesting. The equipment rules for sure, though. I think we all agree that it's an overall like net positive thing.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah.
I think it speeds up the game. Like I was saying earlier, that I think this is essentially just adding like 5 minutes to a game.
Yeah.
A lot less thought on turn 1. Maybe things shift a bit, but I think overall this will speed up the game, like for sure.
When we talked to like Scott, he basically said like this was like the natural progression. Like this was kind of the way it was like going forward with them. Like giving people traits to like start equipped and stuff, and it's like it just kind of like made sense that Batman wouldn't start a fight without his utility belt on.
If someone brought a Mandarin ring with them, they wouldn't be like, "Oh man, get out of the car,
just
drop
like fumbling it."
It's like Tony Stark's like,
there.
"Oh man, I came here to fight you, but my suit of armor's over there in that briefcase. I better go get it."
Yeah,
I guess that's a relic, but still.
Hey, Scarlet Witch.
That's a really cool relic.
That's really cool relic.
Scarlet
Invulnerability, baby. So cool.
And then like people to bring up Jim Jaspers again, people were talking about, does this make him better? Does this make him worse? You look at the figures that people are already playing Jim Jaspers with, and you usually play him with people who start equipped.
Yeah.
Like, he's amazing when they start equipped. So I don't understand the argument that he got worse.
I mean, and
I
he
think
still
he's
brings in
much
an
better.
object for free with a power action.
Yeah.
Like, that shouldn't be discounted.
He lost like the utility of being like unique in the fact that he could power action like bring something in auto equip.
Mm-hmm. But it's still very
I will
good.
say that
the swappability makes him so much better.
They did make what?
The swappability of I will say like him losing that whole uniqueness of being able to bring something in like that did make me think he would get worse, but now I've changed my mind since then. I'm like, nah. Yeah. Still awesome. We talked about relics a little bit there. Anthony shot us a question. Sent us some questions actually. All Anthony Barnstable here. So he said, we've previously received creation of equipment with no errata to make old relics into equipment. Why do you think this time should be different? And old, outdated equipment deserves an errata to stay relevant this time. So, like, how, like, old relics never got an errata to be just, like, you just pick them up, just power action. Like, why not change old equipment now?
So, I assume he's talking about things like addition of keywords.
I would say, the addition of keywords.
I'd say that's probably the biggest one.
Right, like, so, like, Mjolnir is, like, Asgard or characters 100 points or more or something like that.
I mean, if you change that one thing, I feel like you're kind of opening the floodgates to change a lot more things. Like paying 5 points to auto-equip somebody, like with a sword. Yeah. The sword's 10 points.
I think it's the same reason, like, we didn't see the change for relics is the same reason we're not going to see a change now. It's too much work. It's too many cards they'd have to errata and, like, fix. I just don't think it's necessary. Like, I mean, like... How many equipments did they make? Did they even make, in that span of, like, 5 years before now? They can rotate out. You can pay the points for them on any character. Yeah, it's fine. And the people who, like, the keyword is the new mantra, right? That it's like, you can give a Green Lantern ring, right? Carnage starts the game with Carnage symbiote. Everybody with the pumpkin bombs, like Green Lantern, or not Green Lantern, Green Goblin, Hobgoblin, Demogoblin, they can all start with it. Yeah. So, in a way, we've already seen this, like, use of keyword, just in a different form. So this is the evolution of it. So, in a way... I just don't feel it's really necessary to change that. I don't either. It's okay. I think a lot of like the retroactive talk is like from people that they wish they would, but it's like it's not. Yeah. It's like it still plays essentially the same way, and if you're like really asking them to go back and retroactively change like 5 years of equipment, like or more, you want them to like change like all the old relics and like it's a lot of work and like like you could probably issue like a blanket statement, but is it worth it? Yeah. You hear that over there? That's so loud. Yeah. But neighbors are being loud. Anyways, I guess. They're monsters. It's like kind of to go with that same topic of discussion with Anthony saying like the writing is on the wall, they changed something old, and how we kind of talked with Anthony about how like certain items, with the existence of like light, super light objects, anyone can pick them up, and then a few years later, anyone can pick up a normal light object, etc., etc. Are there any powers or any elements in the game that we see get these changes? Same thing with like equipment, how there's like those traits that give it to you. Do you think there's anything that might be a rules change because of like a past the one that comes to me is mind control.
Yeah.
I hope this doesn't happen, but like a lot of characters that do mind control also do damage after like the fact. There's just a lot of that going around.
And mind control seems to be like a generally uncosted power at the moment.
Yeah.
Incap has
you
had
can be
that
20 points, you can be 200 points.
Incap has had it too.
Yeah.
But like, so like it's weird because they actually got rid of Incap's ability to deal damage. There's no pushing damage anymore, you know? So do you think they might add like if this character already has 2 action tokens, give this character like deal 1 penetrating damage instead?
Well, knockback damage is coming back.
That's true.
There's a lot of free force blasts. So I mean, maybe you could make an argument for other things.
Yeah.
I think. I mean, like Force Blast just got infinitely better. Like that Storm, who could knock back 3 in a direction of her choice.
Yeah.
On X-Men, might be a consideration for swap now. I don't know. Like that seems really good with knockback damage. Just like take one.
I think with
she has perplexed too.
If we want to talk about like the Spider-Man set, positioning is going to be huge. So much more. I mean, it already is like super important and arguably the most important thing, but it's going to go so wild with Spider-Man set with transition squares. With
you're basically going to
terrain.
Not really, but almost going to be able to like tank people again, where you can just like drop terrain and just like not really like you can't just drop it on their force and disperse them, but you can like drop it in front of them and like ruin their
a lot of people
next turn.
Would play the hedge maze map back in the day, and they would play the invisible jet in that like space where it was somewhat open by the fountain to limit the map even further and to give their guys ESD. So I think, you know, like the limitations that we saw with like the Avengers Infinity like cars and terrain and stuff, I hope that this new terrain isn't like as extreme as that was. And I don't think it will be because it's not as big.
It's also destructible. Like those things you couldn't just straight up target it and just destroy it.
Yeah, you had to shoot through it to damage it.
You have to like shoot through the dune buggy 3 times and miss, or like some like it'd be like weird caveats and stuff. But no, like the new terrain, they'll all have like a damage that you have to be able to deal to like target it and destroy it, and it's all going to be, there's no more like object destroy action like terrain. It's all just terrain destroy actions now, which is great because again it like simplifies stuff. So you can like charge, destroy, you can charge or like running shot, destroy, you know, all the things that you used to be able to do, but now it works with like the new terrain, with objects, with walls, with whatever. Scott, I think, even like was talking about like being able to like pick up like a square barrier. And, like,
that's cool. I really like that. I'm excited.
Yeah, Green Lantern like puts up a wall and the Hulk just like grabs it and like smashes him with it.
So cool.
Interactability there. I mean, yeah, I'm all for it.
Yeah.
Well, like Anthony's question of it's like powers that might get changes in the same fashion that equipment has.
Yeah.
That's what he's asking.
Yeah.
I mean, it might not be directly down that alley. I just think there's powers that people want changed, and that's Leap Climb, Smoke Cloud, I think Barrier to some extent.
I wouldn't be surprised
Incapacitate.
It's just
Force
weird
Blast.
because, like, you know, years ago, no one really cared about Barrier. It's barely a power that was ever used.
It's so in and out.
And I think it's more so it's the accessibility and ease of Barrier right now. The amount of free Barrier, you know, the amount of
15-point
barrier,
20-point barrier.
When I started,
30-point barrier.
when I started, I never like really cared too much about having a perplex on the team, and then it wasn't until like I don't know, like Joker's Wild, where all of a sudden there was like all this cheap perplex everywhere.
Yeah.
I mean, there was cheap perplex back in the day too, but like, I wouldn't ever like stack too much of it, and then it was like, you know, Big Tony Cannon happened, and like, you know, like there was like all kinds of like these like 20, 15, 20 point like figures that you could have like 7 of to bump your stats to the crazy. I mean, obviously damage can't be changed now, so that's a huge.
Well, yeah, you remember like when perplex like was benched / changed to not modify damage.
Yeah.
Everyone was basically like, well, there's no point in playing perplex anymore. Just playing power enhancement. It's the better power.
Power gen at the time.
And like,
just play power gen.
So it kind of fell out of favor.
Yeah.
We've seen perplex coming back in, and I will say, not being able to modify damage, it does feel like a much healthier power. That was probably one of the longest adjustments for me, not being able to perplex damage with like new rules. But I will say, like, definitely overall way better change.
Yeah.
Definitely helps with like pace of the game. So I don't know. As far as making like kind of retroactive changes to powers,
not being able to perplex damage makes the game slower though.
I mean, you could, but it's better than getting pulse wave for like 9 damage and being like,
well, you can't get pulse wave for 9 damage anymore.
I know, but you know what I'm saying.
I don't think it's slower. I think it just like shifted what you would do because like rather than
it makes positioning more valuable.
Yeah. Well, and, like rather than playing like one beat stick that I can pump to like crazy.
Oh, sure, yeah.
I play like 3 little dudes who have decent stats.
Little dudes.
Yeah. And so yeah, I'm still hitting people for 7 damage, just with like 3 attacks instead.
What else does Anthony have on here? What do you guys think of the Heroclix Opens fan-made watch list post-Worlds, and then some broadcasts, previous fan-made watch list pre-Worlds? I don't remember any broadcasts, I'm sorry.
I think they just copied what like Florida's doing.
Oh, did they? Okay.
I think Broadcast did that for like at least one event.
It makes sense. It's the next major event.
Yeah.
Broadcast is a great way, like it's a great place to practice.
It is.
So,
my problem with making a big specific ban list means it no longer really matters what normal Heroclix is. It's like saying, "Oh man, I got the champion of the Florida event." Okay, you didn't really play normal Heroclix. You still played good, obviously, but you weren't playing like the real Heroclix that's currently happening right now. Same thing when someone says, you know, not to discount anybody that wins a Silver Age or a Bronze Age, but like we can't put that champion isn't the same level of champion as like a Heroclix World Champion, a normal modern, because like that's a totally like different game. So what they're playing in Florida is again a totally different game than what we have right now. So it's just like I don't want to say it discredits the tournament at all. Still a legitimate tournament, which is cool. I mean, as legit as a tournament where I say you can only use characters named Captain America. It's like about the same level of legitness, you know, totally the exact same thing, bro. Totally the exact same thing. But like, yeah, just to me, it does make it less interesting for I would think the Heroclix community at large, because now it's just like Florida's meta. That's purely a meta that's only going to exist for Florida for that weekend.
I think it comes from a good place, you know.
I mean, yeah, because let's agree. I would say the world's meta was really rough. And it was not fun to play against. It didn't look fun.
I like the saying that the road to hell was paved with good intentions, though.
Yeah.
And that's exactly what they're doing down there, is paving a road to Florida. No.
Which is how.
How was Florida, Ian?
Don't. No.
But yeah, like I agree.
I still get texts about that. Like at least like every other day, sometimes every day about, ooh, hey Ian, how's Florida, man?
No, I agree that like good intentions, and if it was like any other smaller tournament, I'd probably like applaud them for going through like those lengths. But like this is Heroclix, and I always just say before you like errata and ban and stuff, just see if like the meta sorts itself out. Like
I agree with that.
You know,
I mean, the one thing like. I think my biggest issue with it is I didn't like how like extensive it was. I think the most problematic thing, and I don't think anyone will disagree with me about Worlds, was Triple Apocalypse.
Yeah,
that is a team that I don't think is particularly fun to play, but you feel like you'll play it because you can win. It's a big event, you want to win. Don't blame you. It's a team that you absolutely do not want to play against. You can't score against it. So pushing for like an errata against Apocalypse, I think that was totally fine. I think Thanos, there's a case for him, but everything else on that list, it's like. I know I didn't play in Worlds, but I mean those are the two problems in my mind, and it's like making things like Maggot unique. I still
don't fully agree with that one.
I mean, how much was Maggot played in like top 32?
To be fair, I hate Maggot, dude. Yeah, I can't stand Maggot. But I still
like playing him even.
That's the thing, like the chainsaw, like Wonder Woman, the dark metal Wonder Woman.
Right.
It's like, oh, it takes like 16 attacks to KO her or whatever. Like if you play multiples, it like stacks up higher. It's like, so what? So what? Like, you know, we didn't ban Vulture from like most tournament series.
These kids, they looked at him and said,
"No problem here." I mean,
they didn't change him. They changed the power that he used instead of him.
This might set a precedent for future tournaments, and that's what I'm worried about. Where it's like, well, we just don't like this.
Yeah, our tournament's gonna have this whole new thing. I don't want every single person's tournament to be like, okay, now it's just your special rules.
I just hope they come out with like maps that you can only use in Florida.
I mean, that's what we really need. Another sector of tournaments that have maps that you can only use in Florida.
Maybe you're looking at it from this angle of like, you know, if we make our own errata list, then maybe that pressures WizKids to do something.
I think that's part of it too.
I think that's part of it.
That's people in the community thinking they have bigger pull than they actually do. That's what that is.
I mean, But the thing
They
is, like,
might,
this is
too.
a
It's
major
just- that's
event.
true.
It's definitely recognized. You know, like Scott Porter's going to be there. There's big names
Who's
going
that?
there. Oh, some guy. Huh?
Yeah, he won Worlds didn't he win Worlds once? Oh, no, that's right. No, he didn't.
The guy from Whose Line, you know?
The guy from the Eric Andre show?
Yeah, the Eric Andre
Oh,
show. Yeah,
he
yeah,
can
yeah.
sing,
Yeah,
right?
he can sing.
I
He
think
can
he
sing.
sing, too.
That's who that is. Oh.
Anyway, you know, so I think there is some element of it where they are trying to get WizKids' attention, saying, "Hey, these things are problematic." I don't think. I mean, like, you know.
I think that's a better way of saying something's problematic. Being like, all right, we're a big tournament. We're going to spell this out for you guys. Here is our given reason. Versus people in the past would be like, yeah, I think this character's problematic, so I'm only ever going to play it. And once WizKids sees how much I win with it, they've got to change the figure. That was some dude I talked to.
That's
Dude, why do you play Black Widow? You said you hate her. And he's like, yeah, but like I'm trying to show WizKids like how broken this figure is because I keep winning with it. And I'm like, all right, Chief, you're not that guy. You're not that guy, bud. Calm down. Like, this is a much smarter, less weird way of doing something like that. So, no, overall, I am still iffy about the list. I don't hate it though. You know, like I get it.
Don't hate it, don't love it.
I don't want it to be this trend going forward that every event feels the need to like change this figure or change that figure.
Well, because you know, like this venue or this like tournament is being ran by smart people that like know what they're doing, and so this like watch list or whatever you want to call it, this errata list.
Yeah.
It was done well. They did like it smart. They didn't make it overly complicated.
No.
But you know, there's somebody out there that's gonna like see that and be like, oh, I should do like an errata list. And it'll be like, yeah, I'm gonna run silver, no WWE. You know, ID cards take a double power action, and they have to be called in by somebody double point. Like they're gonna like come out with like all kinds of wacky rules because that's how they played at their venue, and it's like, wow, that's fine, and you do what you want to do at your venue, like whatever you say goes.
I just think it's dangerous.
That's going to be
really
awful.
Slippery slope.
And it's like it's a terrible precedent, like going forward to have like every venue or every tournament like set their own set of rules. I don't think that's their intention.
No.
I think they just saw like a bad showing at Worlds, like well not a bad showing at Worlds, but they saw like a bad meta at Worlds and wanted to fix it before their tournament, but they didn't want to seem overly aggressive towards the two builds that people didn't like you know, Apocalypse and Thanos. And so they were like, oh, like also Maggot's under the bus. Let's see, Chip, you get under there. Green Lantern, you go too.
Yeah, get out of here.
Anyone that can carry more than 2 figures, you're under the bus. Magic, that's you too. Get out of there. Like, I don't know what they were going for, but obviously, you know, they had a group that like voted almost like some sort of committee and like a
some kind of circular
pattern.
Yeah.
I don't want to say they're a bunch of jerks, but they were in a circle and
oh gosh, that's what you're going.
voting
on
like a bunch of
inside or something.
Like,
that's right.
That too,
yeah,
some sort of like, you know,
inside group of rules.
I don't think it's a bad idea. I just think it's not like something good to continue with.
No.
If it puts the pressure on WizKids to like get to errata thing sooner, but the thing is like, you can't just do it right after Worlds. Like, yeah, that's a great sample.
They released like a ban list for maps.
Did they?
I feel like
I don't think so.
I
don't
know.
remember.
I don't remember
know.
if they had like a legal map list or not, but I feel like maps are a bigger problem than figures most often.
I can see that.
Yeah.
Like I usually have
I would.
like Thanos
King's
isn't a problem on
Tomb
certain
was-
maps.
And what's that other one?
King's Tomb, Ancient Hold.
Ancient Hold. Thank you.
Ancient Hold.
I can never remember the name of that map, but I hate it with passion.
The ugliest map in the universe, Data Control Center, or like the data, like
like,
all the cords and crap,
Oh, yeah.
wires and stuff. That one's ugly, so disgusting to look at, and just a pain in the butt. Wow, there's something else that I wanted to talk about before that I completely forgot. So we're gonna pass over.
Figures,
maybe
maps.
I'll remember it. No,
New metas.
it was like there's something.
You
Weird.
can go to Disney while you're
Yeah,
there.
you can go to Disney World. Disney World.
Yeah. Couldn't pay me to, but I guess some people like it.
Couldn't pay you to go to Disney
Oh,
World.
absolutely.
You really
not.
hate theme parks that
I
much?
hate
Like rides?
people that
Or just
much.
hate
Simeon's
people that
I
much?
hate
low
crowds.
To be fair, it's January. It's
Simeon
not
is
even
low
dead,
key
it's
one of the
time.
Disney adults.
Yeah.
His whole personality is Disney.
Don't make me
I don't
pull out my
know.
$1,200 lightsaber and
You
smite you with it.
So
Universal.
you had a lot of Nightmare
Signed by
Before
Luke
Christmas stuff in your
Skywalker.
house.
Got
That's
it
a Disney
from-
property.
Got it from Universal Studios.
Yeah,
You might have heard of them.
Universal Studios.
They're kind of like
lightsaber.
the biggest one in the universe.
Universal Studios is like the Chad version of Disney World, though. you go there and they have like the Terminator 2 ride, like the Simpsons ride, and you're like, this is kind of cooler.
I was actually there. I went to Disneyland the week they shut down the Terminator ride, so I was one of the last people to ride on the Terminator ride, which is kind of cool.
The Terminator ride had like its own story and like cinematic sequences.
Dude, it was sick. You're like in the lobby watching the movie beforehand, and they put you in that tunnel, and it was like kind of like a 4D movie.
Yeah,
it was fun.
Did you ever go to the Universal in Florida and see the Spider-Man ride they have there?
Yes, dude.
Dude, it's such a good
going up the wall with like the 3D glasses on. Yeah, it was awesome.
Although I will say,
Green Goblin comes flying in.
I went in 2010 and I was like, this reeks of 90s. This is pure 90s
it was literally like
Spider-Man.
It looked like if you ever played the Spider-Man like PC game from like 2001,
I believe
it was literally like art straight
from
there.
Okay, so I was like, wow, this seems old. Like, I know I'm young still, but it seems old. Yeah,
I know I'm young, but this seems old.
Yeah, like,
and that's not cool to me.
This ain't aging well compared to me.
Yeah,
it's technology.
Did Barnspill have any other questions?
Yeah, he's got a few other ones here. Let me
so he does.
Which podcast other than yours is your favorite?
Critical Clips.
Wait, does he say Heroclix podcast?
No,
he just says which podcast.
Just podcast. Oh, I've been really getting into Games with Names with Sam Morril and Julian Edelman, where they cover some of the most prolific games in sports, and they get the athletes that played in them. It's really fun to listen to like Eli Manning talk about beating Tom Brady in a Super Bowl.
Yeah.
So, and then like they had like Adrian Peterson on, where they lost in this crazy fashion on like a trick play at the last minute in college. So I've been enjoying that one. That's one of my favorites. But your favorite Heroclix podcast, Critical Clicks.
Okay. We want to give both. Yeah.
Oh, they said other.
Okay.
He said other.
My favorite podcast is the Adventure Zone podcast. It is a actual live play podcast. They play an RPG. They go through a whole arc, or whatever you would call it, a full run of this RPG's world. It's fun because I don't like Dungeons and Dragons. I like RPGs, but I'm like knights. My thing is like I don't really like knights and magic and swords and like I'm a toad creature. I'm an elf. I feel like I don't care. But they did one where it's all about like American cryptids and this like world bridging. It's still kind of mystical stuff, but it's stuff I can wrap my head around more. That's not as super lame as D&D is. You know, so when you say it's like, oh, dude, the Mothman and Bigfoot are on the loose and we got to kill vampires, that's cooler to me than like whatever. So like that was one arc. They did another one that was all D&D rules, but it wasn't in a D&D world. It was like D&D like powers and classes were types of superheroes and supervillains you could be.
Oh,
and like they just twisted like around, you know, like same rules, same abilities, but they just made them translate to something else.
Sure, like
you know, water magic is like aquakinesis or whatever. You know, it's like really interesting.
Some Calderon.
Yeah, some Calderon going on there. Dude. So good. Their last world they did, and this will be the last time I like talk about it, was an all undersea like world. So they had to travel by like submarine to do all these missions.
How long are these?
So they usually take about a year to get through one full.
Oh wow!
Yeah,
okay,
so like
that's cool.
It's a bi-weekly show, so every 2 weeks you get like an hour and a half. They go and they literally make my workday go like that. They're like.
That's
so
what
great.
Podcasts are for.
All the it's like the three brothers and their dad. They also do my brother, and me, which is shows to me.
The
McElroy brothers. So like, there's two brothers that sound super similar, which really sucks when you try to like differentiate. So like, if they do a different voice for their character, that's really awesome. And then Griffin, their oldest brother, or their youngest brother, I should say, is hilarious, and their dad is so effing funny. Oh my gosh, their dad's so funny. Clint McElroy is just an idiot, basically. It's an old man who's an idiot. It's hilarious. But it's just an actual play podcast. They do great storytelling, and they just have hilarious characters. I shouted them out on the podcast one time. They do some one-shots where they were a space country music band, and one of the guys' names was Pepsi Liberty, and it was just so funny hearing her like talk and shit. Oh, it's great. But yeah, so Adventure Zone, I would give it a listen. That's my favorite podcast. Favorite Heroclix podcast besides mine, none of them. You guys,
yeah.
I don't listen to any of them.
Cold as ice.
Cold
as ice.
I listen to a ton of podcasts, like not as many as I used to, but doing like logistics work and stuff like that, like for so many years, it's just like a ton of like podcast listening time basically at work. So I could list off a bunch of them, but the ones that I've been listening to most recently is Knowledge Fight with Dan and Jordan.
Yes.
And they just like review basically review old Alex Jones episodes, like
Policy
InfoWars episodes.
Policy walk.
Yeah, policy wonk. I'm a policy wonk.
Policy wonk.
I'm not a fan of Alex Jones, but man, there's so much humor to be found in his stuff.
Comedians.
Yeah.
Yeah.
In a
I
weird
mean, that's
way.
a better way of looking at it than.
That's what I
Yeah.
would say.
Yeah.
But they'll go through. They went over his 9/11 episode, and he was like, "I've been telling you people about this for years. You should have been listening to me. Anyhow, it was America that did it. The government did this." And it was
It was
and then
instantly from the
he
get-go,
did,
it
yeah.
was
And then later on, he did a night, a midnight show as well, and he's like, "Well, now we're thinking it's the European Union. About 50% European Union, 25% United States."
Nice.
He was ranking things by percentages, and it's just it aged so poorly.
Yeah.
That it was just hilarious to listen to in retrospect. But they put out sometimes 3 episodes a week, so it's
my goodness.
there's
Wow.
so
These
much
guys
to
are-
listen
These guys
to.
are hard at work
Yeah,
to stop the Jonesmeister.
they're
I don't think they want to stop him. I think they just want
to highlight the
They
Jonesmeister.
want to talk about every nook and cranny of the Jones.
I found them from a different podcast, and they were like, "Well, what are you gonna do if Alex Jones stops making content?" And they're like, "Oh, he's got 30 years of this stuff that we can review. We'll never."
Something crazy about that guy though is 10 years ago, a guy named Max Kaiser gave him 10,000 Bitcoin.
Yeah.
So there was a reality in which Alex Jones still had access to that. He lost it.
Yeah.
And was a multi-billionaire, and that is a horrifying reality.
Somebody during his this is off topic,
He's got some skin
but
with some people.
during this trial and stuff, somebody gave him $3 million in Bitcoin.
Oh, geez, really?
And he cashed it out or sold it, obviously, whatever.
Damn.
But yeah, somebody just gave it to him to help him out financially. It was very sketchy, obviously, kind of stuff. But yeah, that's one of the ones I've been listening to the most. I really like Ono with Ross and Carey a lot too, which is they just they try out all the vitamin pills and the new shakes and stuff like that, and they try it so you don't have to, and they're like, this shake says
We're
that
both
it'll,
looking.
yeah, it's I don't.
What do you mean try the vitamin pills? Because you're not gonna be the taste is great, crunching on it.
No, they'll
take it for a
they'll
month
take it
or
for a
something?
month,
Okay.
and they'll keep track. They're very analytical about it, so they'll keep track of did I feel better this day? Did I have more energy?
Does that mean they
this and
also
that?
still eat the same food, train the same if they would?
They do it very as scientific as possible.
It would have to be just locked it down
within limitations. Yeah.
Yeah.
But that one's really fun. They do stuff they did oxygen bars and stuff before.
Oxygen
where they're
bars.
Yeah, it's
I didn't know they made an oxygen bar. What?
So supposedly you go to an oxygen bar and you breathe oxygen they.
Oh, I thought you meant
they
a
sell
bar. I'm
no,
an oxygen bar. Here's your oxygen bar.
No, it's literally hook you up to a hose or whatever.
Like a little mask thing.
Yeah, or something like that.
Some
And, you can have flavored oxygen, but it's the human body was
Flavored
over the
oxygen.
years we've evolved to absorb the amount of oxygen that's in the atmosphere.
Yeah.
So you can't really take 100% oxygen and just be this is all I need.
Does it just make you high
I'm
for a bit? You an oxygen high?
Not even that. Your body just doesn't absorb that much.
Oh.
It's it absorbs 28% or whatever is in the air. I'm not a scientist. I don't know. But yeah, those are my two
Start
favorite.
rattling off percentages.
Yeah. As far as Heroclix podcasts go, I listen to. It's sad to say, but most of them. I could name the ones I don't listen to because there's
opposites.
3.
It's wild.
There's 3 that I don't listen to on purpose, and then there's 3 that I just don't listen to because I just don't have the time in the day or ever. But yeah, I listen to a lot. Got a lot of time for podcasts.
Same.
Yeah.
I'll say I probably watch more Heroclix YouTube. I am a sucker for random gameplay videos if they're more fun. Probably the best one being Booze Bras and Heroclix. I will watch the first minute and a half of every single one of his videos.
I've been doing a pretty good impression of him all week.
Yeah. Yeah, you coughing. That's probably my favorite Heroclix, besides us, my favorite Heroclix content creator.
Yikes, yeah.
Just because it's
He's
so
so
funny.
Wow, what was this about?
Okay. You know what it's
Content
about,
creator,
bro.
yeah. He pulls some numbers. He's not.
It's
not
true.
doing terrible.
It's true. But it's so funny to me that this is an unironic. It's not an act. It's not nothing. It's just that's what he. What's up, fuckers? I'm not gonna say it. I'm not gonna say the F word on here, but
Yeah.
Just did.
I said Buckers, dude.
Oh, you just said Buckers?
Like Bucky
Buckers.
Barnes.
What's
Like
up, Bucker
Buckos.
Barnes?
What's up,
Bucker
Buckos?
with the hard
What's
R
up,
Heroclix.
Mother Bucker?
What's up,
Mother
Bucker?
Bucker Barnes.
This whole last week we had some
Wow, we should talk about Heroclix,
You
man.
should. Really quick though, our last non-Heroclix question:
Oh,
are you
sure.
going to PAX U?
No.
Sorry,
Bang,
Anthony.
bang. No, we
Nope.
do not. Oh, God. Keep hitting the mic.
To run us back to equipment, Joe Clark asks, do we think that equipment costs will increase on a team? Will teams be playing 50 and up points of equipment?
I don't think it's outside the realm of possibility
I don't
for
think
some
so either.
teams.
Not when you can
I don't think it's,
start-
like, common, though.
Not when you can start with every
I
single
mean,
character on your force equipped, though.
If you're running unthemed and you have 5 figures and you want 5 10-point equipments, like, it's possible. It's just, it's not super likely in my opinion.
No,
'Cause,
I
like-
think 30 is. I think
Yeah.
30 is the
I
amount
think 30
that I
in
think will be
current-
the average. Well, not the
current-
average, but average for high
Like,
end.
Modern meta, I
High-end
think 30,
average.
but I think in silver we can see 50 easily.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Just with the gauntlets being 30 and stuff, potentially people might pay like whatever a ridiculous amount
I think
for a
that blue
gauntlet.
cosmic cube's definitely better.
I
Can
mean,
you imagine blue cosmic cube auto on Thanos though? But in that case, I would still like for the 30-point equipment. I think you have to go Mad Jim
Can
that
you-
route.
I was gonna
Yeah.
say,
Oh yeah, of course.
you play Mad Jim regardless if you're playing like gauntlets or cubes, because then you can
Yeah.
swap between the other ones, and that's just nuts. That's like really good. No, I don't know. I could see like
I don't think it's out of like question, but
It
I
won't
don't
be a
think it's
majority.
like yeah.
It'll be
I-
like a low numbers.
50 points is
50 points is that'd be like skyrocketed high. I feel like
That's a lot.
because that means you're literally not playing some of the best pieces in the game in order to
Yeah,
have like
True.
some extra power kind of stuff.
I mean, we talked to like the Toxic Click guys, and they were like, Saul and Oscar being like 30 points. That's Felix Faust. That's a Flash. It's Molecule
Mhm.
Man. That's like dang.
it's,
30
it's
points
so
gets you
many
so
things.
much right now. And then, during Chaos
Commissioner.
War, they killed for the 50-point Scarlet Witch. And, like, she was a 9 attack,
Oh,
barrier,
man.
prop, perplex.
$100 figure from a
Yeah,
Fast Forces.
isn't that wild? And it's like, nowadays, I'm like, this is a garbage 50-point figure. Like, I see why people
She
thought
had
she was
perplex,
good.
prop, barrier, psychic blast, mystics,
With a 9 attack and 3 clicks of life, holy
and now it's
smokes.
like how many points is that
Jeez.
figure? 10?
That's gonna be us in 10 years
10,
though.
yeah.
Is that 10 points?
That's
We'll
gonna
be
like
like Molecule Man. I
people
can't
listen
believe
to
we were paid
us
for
in
Molecule
10
Man.
years and be like, man, these guys are really talking up this like Flash who can charge twice for 30 points. Like, wow, that's great. Like,
And
A
Heroclix.
15-point character that can do that.
Oh
Yeah.
gosh.
you're like,
If Flash is ever considered like, how did I ever think this was
Overcosted.
good?
how did I ever pay
Oh,
30
man.
points for this? Yeah. He doesn't.
Oh man, that is going to be a tough day.
I know, right?
That'll be a tough day. Well, I mean, I suppose it won't be because at
There-
that point we'll be memeing on this exact
Yeah,
conversation.
That is true. Yeah.
Making it easy for us. in
That's
the
what they
future.
said back in Chaos War times, and they're like,
Yeah.
"Man, could you imagine?"
I remember
us
seeing
ever
that
thinking
Hawkeye and
Scarlet
being
Witch?
like, man, it doesn't get any better than this.
I do think
It's
though,
like
like
100 points.
with like the point formula kind of thing, I think it's easier to look at stuff from that era when
yeah.
they weren't doing like the low end like cheap figure support kind of stuff yet,
Mm-hmm.
where they were like, this person has to represent like everything about Thor, so he's going to be 285 points and have like
Oh, true.
you know.
true.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
think once they stopped doing that, power creep like slowed down a lot.
Yeah.
I don't think we'll get like the stat level of like 15 attack in like 10 years. Like maybe, but I doubt it. Like it just seems like there's diminishing returns if you do that.
Yeah. There'll be the occasional figure that gets like a 14 or 15, but
To jump back to like Florida talk really quickly, just because I'm a sucker for punishment. And hear me out here. There's a whole other set coming out before Florida. Avengers Forever is going to fully release and be legal before Florida.
that's true.
I
Is
understand that
anything
they.
getting errated from that?
Well, no, they don't know anything from it.
I know.
They
I'm
know
saying,
like three things.
are they willing to add things to that list?
That's what I'm curious about. So they
That's
had to
true.
make the list super early on because it makes sense. They want people to know this list before it's too late. So that way it's like you can start planning, you can start buying what you want to buy,
Mhm.
et cetera, right? It's like the sooner the better, I agree. But then it's like, how many of these changes are going to be, who cares? Null and void.
Mhm.
So much worse because Ten of Swords, and I think Ten of Swords is a rare example of this, completely changed the landscape of how we play the game. Utterly.
Yeah.
Turned it on its head, right? Especially once we get to, once we get to the slot being fully legal, that is also going to mess up the game really badly. And even then, we made these changes.
Mainly 2 figures.
Mainly these two grand prize elite figures. They cause a lot of problems. But then we have the entire Avengers Forever set that is just gonna, again, you never know. It could just be like War of the Realms, where there's like 3-4 figures that are even used from it, and like nothing else. It could be like Disney Plus, where it's like, holy smokes, this equipment, this whatever, this figure, that figure, that totally changed everything. You know, Switch, and Scar and Iron Man, all this other stuff, right? We just don't know yet. And so, but no matter what, no matter how big or small, the meta changes with every single set that's released. You know, period. Even if it's a War of the Realms type set, where it's like, I guess there's that. You know, I guess Destroyer. I guess Destroyer's in it. I guess Wrecker's in it. I guess Rocket Raccoon's there. You know, it's a handful of pieces. You know, Avengers Forever is still going to shake up the meta and shake up how we play just a little bit. So, again, I'm okay with them getting the list out there as soon as possible so people can prepare for it. But that still makes you think, once the set comes out, how different is everything going to be? Bill's like...
figures completely shift.
Bill,
Power Creep
slowed down a lot. Adorable. Wow, Bill. Tell us how you really feel, huh?
I mean, it has and it hasn't. Like, there's aspects of the game that have slowed down.
I think it comes in waves. I think Power Creep definitely comes in waves. War of the Realms, for example. Rise and Fall.
Is that even considered a wave?
Splash.
I don't even know if that made it to the water.
Probably not.
There's just I don't know, the game.
My PC battery really dying? Oh shoot.
It's hard to gauge power creep. It'll always be present, and it just, it happens in new ways. It's not necessarily just like more stats, less points.
It's also required for a game to continue growing.
It does.
Like, sadly.
20 years? Did you get connected?
I think I've been connected on this somehow. We had used it before, as I said, 1203.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, that's sick.
What's it?
All right, guys. Well, looks like Calder's pulling up a super cool little secret photos.
Why?
This can't be connected.
Maybe he's pulling up some secret photos.
Why? What photos do you think I'm gonna pull up?
Power Creep. Power Creep has slowed down, Bill.
My bad.
You fool.
No,
like in the
Here, let me see this quick.
JLU to Disney Plus. I mean, JLU has usable
compare
stuff.
CAV to
Yeah.
Captain America and the Avengers to whatever set came out before it. Because when that set came out, everyone was like, yo. That Thor and that Namor, remember how people were like, these guys, they have way too much for stats. And then they hardly got played. The Thor saw some play. Namor, non-existent.
I don't compare it to like set to set though. You have to compare it like several like years and sets to like other years because it's like a slow thing and it's
there
like stuff that they
setbacks.
They
Rebirth, for example.
They take years to design sets.
Rebirth was.
And I think there are just certain sets that are designed in this way where it's like there is zero power creep in the set / very just like
what came out before Rebirth
or sustaining. ABPI.
So look, ABPI came out and then Rebirth.
Oh no, sorry, that was
power
after.
creep.
No, ABPI was after Rebirth.
Well, that is a huge power
Before
creep.
it was like, was it Earth X maybe? I think it was Earth X. So
sounds about right, yeah.
When we get our Patreon giveaway stuff. So some of the stuff is should have given it away literally months ago, but someone did not want it. So here we are. Let's see. This is all one thing. These two boosters, these two cards.
Is this through like Google Docs, Calder?
No, it's like a website.
Oh.
Sadly, yeah.
Is it through like your Google account? The
No.
Dial H account, maybe?
Zero clue, honestly.
Because that is on this one as well.
I don't think it's connected to anything like that.
All right, guys. Well, hold on. Simeon, give us your best karaoke while we figure out
why
the
would we do
internet.
that? That's painful.
Moon River. That's that. I don't know the rest of the lyrics to that.
Hey guys, remember that one live stream we did a few months ago and we chanted Chainsaw Chip a million times?
Yeah.
Those are t-shirts now.
Whoa,
If
what?
you want a Chainsaw Chip t-shirt, join the Dial H for Heroclix Patreon at patreon.com/dialhforheroclix. At the $25 mark, you'll get into our Discord, you'll get access to sick action tokens, and most importantly, you'll get this cool t-shirt. Wow.
Now you're telling me that I can get this whole t-shirt right here for just $25.
Shipped to you at no
Shipped?
extra cost. Yeah.
No extra cost. $25 for a shirt. Guys, shirts are expensive these days. These are an excellent material. They are a beautiful design.
Nice.
Shirts be expensive.
Hey, let's talk about Christmas coming up. We got the green, we got the red on there.
It's true.
Perfect. Give it to your mom, give it to your dad, your wife, your husband, whatever.
Get one for your kid. They
Get
love
one for your
squirrels.
kid. And chainsaws.
Get one
Yeah.
for your dog.
Yeah,
I don't
get
think
your-
we'll get it that
get
small
your
size.
dog.
Pretty big dog, I guess.
Get your dog a chainsaw
Enough shit, but-
t-shirt.
Yeah.
But honestly, guys, this is a great shirt. Everyone loved him at Worlds. We got a ton of compliments
people
on
love
it. So
this
if you
shirt,
like
yeah.
getting compliments, this is the shirt for you. You know, if you like getting compliments,
If you've ever
otherwise,
been out
you
at a
get
bar and
compliments
no
in
one
this
complimented you the whole night, it's because you weren't wearing this
shirt.
shirt.
It's because
That's
you weren't
true.
wearing that shirt.
That's true, dude.
You go to a Christmas party and you have Christmas attire on, not a chainsaw chip shirt on.
Yeah.
You'll be you
This is
won't
what I'm wearing
stand
at my
out.
Christmas party.
Derek
You want a
says,
conversation
go
starter?
Ian, he is the man.
See, dude, Derek gets it. Derek's like, go Ian, he's the man.
Who's Derek?
He's right there, bro.
Derek S. Oh, hey, Derek Sarr, professional disc golfer.
I
Thank
don't
you,
get the
Derek. I
reference, but I
appreciate
just
it.
thought that was funny. I've been sitting off the
I don't know
screen
why,
for
but
this long.
your computer is just
For a
refusing.
minute. I might
Using
set
to
it up.
connect.
Yeah, let me just restart it.
Oh,
Yo, what? The bones of HC Realms.
yeah, what is
Looks
going
so creepy.
Bones.
I don't know. It's not.
Yeah,
HC
let's just
rounds
restart.
minus all
Sure.
the.
Yeah.
Hand it off to you.
So we're gonna try to do a little bit of a Patreon giveaway, which that's another thing about joining the Patreon. Not only do you get a T-shirt, not only do you get really cool action
Oh
tokens.
wow, they didn't accept these boosters from our giveaway.
That person was like the only person I had not respond to me, so we're giving them away this month.
Hmm.
It's too bad, so
Foolish,
sad.
foolish,
Snooze, you
foolish.
lose. Get wrecked, nerd.
Respond to your emails or Facebook messages, or lose your prizes.
And it's like this cool thing
The
about
pink lantern
Patreon.
dice. How did they not
is-
want these? How can you not want custom
So that's
dice?
another cool thing about Patreon is that I automatically get your address once you are at a certain tier that gets merch, so I can send it to you. So that way you never have to worry about every single month worrying about talking to me or trying to get your address out to me or whatever. I'll just have it and I'll be able to send it to you right away. Like as soon as you win, you get it, you get to go. It's
Especially
awesome.
when we do like
Thank you, Derek.
future brick giveaways and like unboxings and stuff. We will be doing more unboxings.
Oh yeah,
Hopefully
we
soon.
have
I don't know.
unboxings
We don't
coming our
know.
way.
We might have something in the works.
I mean, I know we're all buying Avengers Forever. Like,
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
There's no question about
Totally.
that. And Batman
I'll buy
Team Up, it's
Batman.
about to be. I don't even know. We're gonna have to do something crazy for that because we are going to have a lot to open. There's no
Get it.
question about that.
Open up like a warehouse so that we can sort it all on like their
We just
empty,
have to.
some like abandoned factory. We'll like spread it all out and
I know you did the like the time lapse of you putting away like Empire and stuff. It'd
Yeah.
be cool to see all three of us sort all of our crap we have
Oh,
at the same
man.
time.
That's gonna be so much.
Yeah, like these dudes are really just like dudes that wear a hood. They're just edge lords. That's what the Blight Spoke posse is. So, like that's why I'm an edge lord of the Blight Spoke posse.
Yeah. Some more interesting stuff from our end. We did a bunch of filming today. For some things that we won't reveal yet, but yeah,
Can't talk about
pretty
it,
much
sorry,
from
fellas.
like 9 this morning till right before this live stream, we were
It's a
filming some
big
various
endeavor.
things. It
You got
was
a lot done today.
yeah, it was awesome. So yeah, just hanging out on the live stream now, I guess.
Yeah.
I think it's actually like, what's funny is like the next big video project, like after this one will probably be a lot easier than this one was.
Ironically, yeah. Probably. I
Yeah.
I
don't
don't
know.
know.
Yeah.
I think a lot of it just boils down to like not necessarily like what
It's
you
like
write
the
for the
idea.
script,
Yeah.
but connecting everything, like making a video like continuous is it's just more difficult than you think. Like, you forget that one piece that connects a shot, and then it's like, oh, this is awful.
Yeah.
That's all it takes for me to just go like, oh, I hate this.
Then you end up with the room where it's just like cuts to like people somewhere else, and you're like,
they're like walking in a door, and then they're just standing in the room or whatever.
Like
there's no
all of a sudden in the middle of an argument, like, I'm here to fight you now. Like, what? Why are you here?
Maybe they end up in an ER.
Yeah.
Maybe.
So, like, the Patreon giveaway this month, it was going to be the LEs that I won on month 2, so it's a Pestilence and a Sheriff Gia Whitechapel. And then it's also going to be the Justice card and the Empress card, which I believe were the LE cards for that month 2.
Sounds right.
The 2 Fantastic Four Future Foundation boosters that were pulled, so that has, like, the best thing being a rare Stardust and a super rare Invisible Boy. It's pretty cool.
And some custom dice.
And these custom Star Sapphire dice. The big grand prize is this Super Rare Prime Vision, which is really cool.
Wow.
And then this little mini Disney Plus bundle with Crokey, Captain Carter and her shield, and then John Walker and his shield. So, like, giving away
good prizes.
Really dope stuff, guys. We'll try to do the little giveaway thing here in a little bit. My computer works again. But yeah, and like, these are the level of prizes we're giving out. This is for September. So if you join the Patreon now, you can't win them this month. But if you join it now, you'll have some pretty awesome stuff you can win at the end of the month. So you should just stay tuned for that. And like I said, join the $25 tier, get that t-shirt. You'll just get 25 entries into our Patreon giveaway every single month if you stay at the $25 tier, which is really good. We typically have a lot of like $25 people win, because I mean, again, you have 25 entries versus like 5 or 10 or 1.
Yeah.
You know, but also if you just want to give one and help out, that's cool too. Once you give, I would say the minimum I would personally donate is $5. It gives you behind the scenes look, it gives you Discord benefits, all this really cool stuff. It's really awesome.
Do we talk about bystanders as well?
We can talk about bystanders.
Yeah.
No. Yeah.
If you're part of our Patreon, you also get bystanders at the
custom bystander.
$5 tier.
$10 tier.
The $10 tier.
Bystander. And then $15 tier is probably the best one for bystanders. It gives you 6 a month of your choice.
Oh wow.
Yeah. That's really good.
And
I mean, geez, if you're buying bystanders online,
yeah, we keep up.
They'll probably run you that with shipping.
Yeah. And it also, I mean, 15 gets you 6 of those and 15 entries into this. And,
into the giveaway.
Yeah. But yeah, we do new bystanders for almost every set. Like almost, not every bystander, but like usually we pick like some of the ones that we really like or some of the things that we think we can make fun or gimmicky or stuff.
Play, whatever.
Like we did Wrecker because, like the Prime Wrecker, because we both really liked that figure and we just knew we were going to play it a lot.
He's so good.
Plus it was fun trying to make the Wrecking Crew outfits from scratch.
Working with Ed Shelton on that was really cool time. We need to do more here crossovers and stuff like that for bystanders. It was really fun.
Is there a link for the Discord?
Yeah, dude.
If you are a Patreon member.
Patreon members, join at $5, you'll get a link for the Discord. The bot will send you a link for the Discord. It's really cool. So that's like the coolest part about the Discord.
If you are
interested,
dude, please check out the Patreon.
Yeah. We have a great time in the Discord. If you want to get even more entries into the Patreon giveaway, we do a Bad Samaritan every single month. And then the person with the highest score from Bad Samaritan, Bada Bing Bada Boom, gets an extra 10 points into the monthly giveaway, an extra 10 entries in the monthly giveaway. So it's like, if you join at the $25 tier and then you play each month or each week in Bad Sam, then you'll have 35 entries. Plus your 25 for $25, and then your 10 for like winning Bad Sam. 35 entries, dude, you're winning something that month. Like, you're winning a huge star. You know, out of like the 200-ish individual entries, we probably have 250-ish individual entries. I think 35 is a big stake in that.
I'll also say, Bad Sam is some of the most fun you can have with Heroclix without actually playing Heroclix. Like, it's actually like a really fun game, like genuinely fun game.
You're really hyping this up. It's been a long plug for the Patreon.
Yeah,
I mean,
dude, it's so awesome.
Yeah, we'll just keep popping off about it.
I mean, it's a great deal, and we do appreciate the support. We put a lot of effort into it. Like, I mean, just today alone, like just hours and hours of work just to get, you know, a couple videos, and we really enjoy doing them. We'll continue to enjoy doing them. And we love every reaction we get to them. We know how ridiculous they are. Yeah. And it's always so fun to have new people join the Patreon.
Oh, they're accidentally ridiculous.
Yeah, accidentally. I think there's a script and we agree on it, and then we get together and we're like, but what if we did this?
It's like,
What have we added in this little flair?
They just kind of changed. What can we say?
Okay, Jedi Legend asked about the rules changes on Twitter. Let's hear them. Let's discuss them. Let's break them down. One rules change that I haven't seen discussed anywhere, and it's like one of the further out ones, but people have talked about like equipment change, which is like the big one that's coming next. But once the Spider-Man set that comes sometime in 2023 hits, like you can listen to our live interview with Scott Dignostio when he talks about this. But there's a huge change coming to elevation. You don't have to be a flyer to go up elevation anymore. You don't have to use transition squares. If you don't have improved movement for elevation, you'll stop. Kind of like hindering used to stop you if you didn't have improved movement through hindering. It no longer does that, but like elevation will basically be that. So, a police officer can like scramble up a wall and get to the top of the building. But then that's the end of his move. So he could like charge up there and like end his move up there, but he can't like keep going.
I think it makes sense. And like, when you talk about like earlier when we were saying maps can be a bigger problem than figures.
Yeah.
Elevated could play a huge role in that.
I mean, we've seen way more maps ever banned. I mean, we've never seen a figure truly banned by WizKids, but we've seen so many maps banned by them. Or just like, not tournament legal, whatever.
So kind of unraveling the restriction, like characters can already get across the map. So as far as mobility goes, I mean, whatever. This seems like a good quality of life change. And I'm excited for this one.
It still helps you if you use transition squares, still helps you if you're like leap climbing, flying, have like improved movement for elevated. But it gives everyone else it's like levels the playing field. So if like I'm playing like just like a trash built team where like I'm playing like a bunch of runaways or like Molly Hayes or something, and I don't have any like one to climb, they can still like scale a building, which makes it makes sense thematically too. Most heroes or like whatever you want to call them would be able to get to like the next level of like
you
an
think
elevated
about
thing.
Punisher like getting up a fire escape or something.
Yeah.
I mean, he shouldn't have like improved movement elevated, but he should be able to get up a building.
Yeah, he'd find a way. Yeah. He won't like grapple
break
hook
in,
or something.
take the elevator. I mean, there's a billion ways for it to happen. He would get on top of it. It would just take longer.
Yeah.
Hence the stopping of it.
Yeah. Which
makes way more sense than like somebody going into a bush and being like, whoa.
Yeah, just like
heavy bush.
Or like a puddle.
Yeah, true.
Like stepping in a fountain. They're like, okay, guys, you guys can go ahead with that.
Best one's like the bar where it's like the table's hindering, so they're like sprinting through the bar, and then they're like, whoa, a table?
Yeah,
I've never experienced this before.
They smash their shin on.
I'm
like
done.
That.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to rest here for a while.
You guys go ahead.
But no, that's a big rules change that I haven't seen any like discussion about online.
Yeah.
And
it's really, really cool.
Yeah, so like that comes along with obviously the terrain that can be placed, and then earlier we talked about how like object destroy actions are now all going to be like it's all going to be lumped under one thing that's just going to be like terrain destroy actions. And so like I think that's going to be really interesting. I think that's a good move. I think the new terrain that they're going to bring is awesome because it essentially brings something similar to like an ultra heavy back, gives super strength a reason to have it. A Hulk can like now pick up like an oil tanker and who knows, hit you for like 8 damage maybe. Like, probably not, but maybe. I don't know.
Yikes, the 8 damage oil tanker.
Yeah,
the 8 damage. 2x2, 8 damage, 30-point oil tanker.
The 30-point oil tanker.
That'd be funny. That'd be funny, though.
But no, like, other than that, are there any other rules?
That's probably the biggest one that probably will shake up the community the most, despite, like, it being far out and people not talking about it enough. It is just wild. Like, you've made so many maps so much more playable. You no longer have to worry about someone not being able to go someplace. Map choice, in a way, gets hurt a little bit by this, I will say, because, like, now you choose some crazy heavy elevated map. Still, if you have, like, elevation 1, then 2, 3, 4, 5, like, whatever, and you can fly, you still have a clear advantage. But it's not so much a totally cutting off people from getting
Galador Promenade is not going to be played as often now that it's still silver.
Yeah.
It's been silver for a while, I guess.
Galador Promenade.
Yeah.
Yeah,
the
baby.
map that was used to deny you the WWE ring.
Yeah, that's right.
That was like
you
the
couldn't place
main
boxing
thing.
or WWE ring anywhere on that map.
Wasn't there like one other character that people? I mean, Astronomer maybe.
Astronomer was big on that map, I think. It's on the elevated.
Yeah.
See through it. That was pretty good.
But yeah, I think that map mostly was like put on teams so that you couldn't huddle up in the WWE ring. But
still wild. That was pretty.
No, that's a big change that I think is going to be something that I would start playing with now, as well as the new equipment rules, because it's so simple to like incorporate that. Obviously, we don't have the terrain that you can pick up and move around. But I mean, honestly, start incorporating like the super strength can pick up like barrier and use it as like an object attack kind of thing, like picking up terrain and like moving it. I don't know if you can like pick up smoke cloud or whatever, but probably not debris. I don't know. We haven't seen the rules on it, but
yeah, I don't know about picking up like smoke cloud.
Some of this.
You can fan away smoke cloud. Get us out of here. Vacuum.
Thunderclap.
Yeah.
Same with water. Thunderclap.
Yeah,
the water gets away.
Fan away smoke cloud.
Yeah,
I like that. That's cool. That's cool.
Super strength gets rid of smoke cloud. Yeah.
Boom. That'd be so neat.
I'm surprised there hasn't been like a Superman that does that. It's so
useless. He's like super breath. Yeah. Blow away smoke cloud.
It's literally just like the Superman that's like 002 to like a Batman that has smoke cloud printed on his card. It's like, whenever Batman ends his movement, smoke cloud for free. And then Superman's like, whenever he ends his movement, remove all smoke cloud within 6.
Derek's a real one. He just said, our coverage of Worlds was amazing. Thank you.
Thank you, man. I appreciate that. Got the director's stick now.
Oh, no.
Oh, gosh.
That's dangerous. This is a new tool we've added to the Dilate Studio. Gives the director a lot of power. That's all we'll say.
Many things can go wrong in videoing. Giving the director too much power is one of them.
No, it is not. You want to say that again?
Case in point number 1.
What?
No.
Example. Too much power.
I don't think. Personally, as the person with the power, I don't think it's too much power.
That director stick's only at half power right now.
It's only half mass.
True.
Yeah, you can extend that bad boy twice the length that it currently
you want
is.
to get a random number generator 1 through 20?
I can do that.
We're gonna play a little bit of Bad Samaritan with Ian and Simeon here. So for those of you that don't know, Bad Samaritan's a game. It's a Heroclix guessing game. You get one random clue about this Heroclix figure in each round. You have 3 rounds and 3 total clues to try to guess who this figure is. You get a chance at guessing every single round, so you'll get 3 guesses. Each guess gets a little bit better because you'll get another clue. But if you can get it right on the very first clue, you'll get a certain number of points. I think 6, and then 3, and then 2, I believe. No, it's 3, 2, and then 1, my bad. 3, 2, and then 1 points. 1. So the people with the most points by the end win. I can only ever get 1 point for getting it all the way past you guys. So I think I should get more points.
I got the most points I've gotten
with your game against Anthony.
Yeah.
Because also if you guess theme, you get the big 10 points, which is huge.
Yeah, so, I haven't actually won a game of Bad Sam in a long time.
You guys ready for some Bad Sam?
Chat, are you ready?
Chat, is chat ready for Bad Sam?
Chat, are you ready?
That can be I think people in the chat can, no HC realms allowed, no close nexus, no looking up the figures. But obviously I can't totally police you on that, it's honor system. But
we have your IP address.
That's right, we do.
Yeah, we're screen sharing all of your screens.
28114 Laura Lallis Lane or whatever.
First clue is 13.
First clue being 13 is going to be opening movement power. This character's running shots.
Gotta be Iron Man.
That's always my go-to guess is Iron Man. He's a very running shotty person.
Caller would never pick Iron Man. I'll take Dazzler.
Plain running shot, not like a special power running shot. Gosh.
Actually, I'm switching again. I'll take Exodus.
You're locked in finally?
Exodus.
Locked in, Exodus? You don't get a change now.
You could exit this room.
Oh!
I'll go with Pestilence.
Pestilence?
Yeah.
Bro, what is that? Is that IRL cheating?
I mean, I was just checking to see if she had running shots.
Or Pestilence. Clue number
I don't know if she's even legal yet.
Clue number 2.
I guess she is. She's
clue number 2 is 12.
Right?
Yeah. Jeez, 12 is like opening whatever power.
So it is.
12 is, it's any special combat symbols. This character doesn't have any. Indom, you could say, is useful for
So
where we're at.
not a flyer, not a giant.
Yeah, they walking.
Running
Dazzler.
shot.
All right, Dazzler.
She doesn't. She doesn't fly.
She doesn't fly.
She has a couple characters with running shot.
Gosh.
My computer load and get figured out here.
A running shot character. I'm having a hard time thinking of a running shot character. I will go with Winter Soldier.
Ooh, okay. Winter Soldier's not a bad call. Winter Soldier Dazzler is going to be neither one of those.
You're cheating, bro.
Cheating. All right, next clue.
Next clue is what the heck? 8.
8 is HC Realms comment, baby. You know, I'll give you. You guys have another clue. They doesn't have any comments, so.
Oh. No
It must be
comments.
kind of new then.
Or garbage.
4.
Might be hot
4
garbage.
is number of
Someone
clicks. This
comment.
character has 6 clicks of life. That is rough.
6 clicks of life. Running shot.
No stat. Like,
Yeah.
No stats. Not even worth commenting on.
Yeah, that is a tough one.
Gosh.
Jeez.
Something I wouldn't even comment on. I'm trying to think of things
Not
from
even
the
worth commenting.
like White Priestess, maybe.
No.
No, she has running shot, right?
Not top dial.
One of those
No.
priests is probably the.
Maybe it's the green one.
Is Axe of Swords like slop legal?
Yeah.
It is for this?
Yeah.
6 clicks, running shot, nothing special, huh? Jeez. Not a flyer, has running shot. That is already kind of tough.
Yeah.
Legitimately, I can't think of anything.
I know. I'm drawing a complete blank.
Running shot, you just assume, like, for whatever reason, running shot is like always, oh, they fly.
They fly, or it's like a special, like plane running shot, and not a flyer.
Like Black Widow, maybe? Does she have running? No, I don't even think she has running shot. Calder wouldn't pick Black Widow.
You never know.
Who's not worth commenting about? Or maybe they're just new.
I feel like Black Widow. Yeah, I think it's got to be real new because even
Yeah.
Black Widow from like War of the Realms would have got like, I don't like her as much as like Yelena.
Yeah.
Jeez.
Or Doug's Arm.
Welcome to Doug's
Probably doesn't
Arm.
have any keywords.
Is it
for Doug's
Orphan
Arm.
Maker?
You have Orphan Maker? Your
Orphan
Orphan Maker's kind of a baller, though.
Bet Orphan Maker's got a comment or two.
My God, I literally have no idea what Orphan Maker is, but I dig his dial and I love it. He's called Orphan Maker. Oh, I wonder what he does.
What's your profession?
You don't
Take
wanna
a-
know.
Take a guess. Take a gander. Take a guess.
Man, something that's new. I'm gonna say Green Priestess because
Okay.
she might have running shot. One of them does, and I know they're both like not worth commenting about. She 6 clicks long. She's definitely not 6
I
clicks long.
have no idea.
Yeah. All right. I'm not gonna get it though.
All right.
There's no chance.
No problem. It is going to be the Fury.
Oh. From the slop though.
No.
Yeah, that's
No?
a figure
Yeah.
not worth
From
commenting
Tennis
on.
From Tennis
the,
Swords.
one from the slop has like 9 clicks of life with like charged
Yeah.
willpower.
Okay.
Yeah,
Huh.
the Fury, huh?
Fury.
Not worth commenting on, that's
Wow.
for sure. Trash.
Yeah. One thing you can say about the Fury. Yeah.
One
You're
comment
sure.
you can make. Not worth commenting
I got
on.
That gets Calder 1 whole point.
Ooh.
1 point. Maybe I'll give myself 3 points for that one.
Cheating.
Should like rank
Cheating,
it on like the
cheating,
difficulty
cheating.
of
Difficulty of
the
it.
like how difficult it was. Like 'cause
Yeah, these were
we got
bad
no info,
clues. Bad
so you
clues.
get fewer points.
I should now. Okay, fine. I'll get
I
1
thought
point.
Orphan Maker was a
I'll give
pretty
myself
solid
1
guess.
point.
I think he has 6 clicks of life. He
All
starts
right,
with
let's,
running
uh,
shot.
Is he from
Random
X
number.
Swords?
Freedom
5.
2. See if these guys can get it. 5 is rarity and set number, which is really good. This character is a common. They are set number 014.
014 common. I'm gonna go with Loki. I don't know.
You try?
Try it. 014.
Ooh. So, like, this is a good question. What do you guys think of something? Derek asks, for Heroclix, I know Warhammer, you can paint your own figures. Can you do that stuff in Heroclix? You can. Although Heroclix already come pre-painted, you can paint them whatever you want, really. You're allowed to paint. You're not allowed to, like, mod and, like, cut and glue and all that stuff. But you're allowed to paint a figure anything you want. They actually make deep cuts figures, which are totally blank, pre-primed, just white primer on them figures that you are made to paint however you want to paint them, which is really, really cool. They all have switch clicks, so they can switch with the other figures that share that sculpt of themselves. And yeah, it's really fun. It's really cool.
I'll say like
We have
A few actually.
normal
pre-painted.
Heroclix, like the pre-painted normal Heroclix, they're really hard to strip. They put like a sealer on there, so they're fairly hard to strip like the paint off without damaging the sculpt itself. And as far as like painting over goes, you're gonna end up losing a little bit of detail by painting over them. It's like I mean, depends on what you're working with and what you're doing. But yeah, a light coat of primer over them, and whatever you paint them will stick. It's
I
just,
guess Iceman.
I ran into that with like their D&D stuff too. They have a lot of pre-painted D&D stuff, and
Thanks for letting me know.
I had to like paint, like prime over it again.
We have clue number 2.
8.
8? Oh, dude, sick. H Rome's comment. So I'm gonna read off the names of the commenters.
Oh,
You
they
guys
do
will
have
tell
comments.
me. Maybe the chat will tell us what HC Rome's comment you guys want us to read. We have Buckwheat, Too Many Batmans, Sean, 11189, Brun Dunn 94,
Brundun.
I
Goop,
like that.
and
Oh,
Vamrock.
We have a goop comment.
Goop.
We have a Goop comment.
Let's do it.
We gotta do goop.
Gotta do goop.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yikes.
We want the goop.
I
So
just need
I
to
will
know what
be
Gwyneth Paltrow has to say about
taking
Heroclix.
out any like instances of like straight up the character's name. Although I do feel like you guys will be able to guess this one pretty easily. I don't know if the Queen and a bunch of 15-point blanks is enough to really build a whole team around. Kind of reminds me of Mole Man from the F4 set. Any interesting splash in your monster team, but pretty average at best. Likely to be used as mastermind fodder than do anything actually attacking with.
Oh, is it Brood Queen?
Is your guess for Brood Queen?
What do you think it is, Simeon?
It might be just, well, it's not Brood Queen, it's just Brood.
She said played with 15 point. Oh, it is just Brood because it's the 14.
think they're-
comment.
Yeah, Simeon got it, bro.
I think,
Damn,
yeah.
Tell me anything Brood Queen.
I mean, it was the same thing.
You're writing it on the wall, I guess.
Brutish.
A
Being
brutish
real brutish
brood.
right now.
Oh, he's currently hacking.
Main
Bill
man
needs
Dano says,
15
what
to
is
the
up?
highest? Let's see. Who
The main
else?
man Dano 212. What is up?
Yo, what's up?
Hello, the main man Dano 212. How are you?
Oh, I'm sorry that you're into League of Legends, Derek. It's a shame. Sorry to hear that, bro.
Awesome, thanks guys. Okay, into League of Legends I go. Gonna mute, but thanks for the awesome stream. Of course.
No problem, bro. I'm glad you're enjoying it, bro. And I'm like, hopefully, again, if you paint any figures, send that to like the Dial H page. We'd love to like shout out if you paint some stuff. It looks cool and all that jazz.
Is the giveaway finally
Yeah, it's finally ready. I just gotta
to rock?
gotta remove some people here that made the terrible mistake of quitting Patreon because they're losers. So
Didn't make the cut this week.
let me just do some double
This
checking.
month.
Let me go over it. All right, so you get Brood. So Simeon's rocking 2 points right now. Let's do our last modern age figure.
Good old Goop with the overextended comment, just explaining
Yeah,
exactly what the figure was.
And
Hey, is
Buddha
this the
Parrot.
Dial D for Dice Master stream?
Ooh.
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 I mean, we do have Dice Masters loaded up on our YouTube. It's unlisted, but you can
46.
find it somewhere.
You're 44 actually.
You can find it in the Dice Masters Discord.
So,
Oh, so you can.
Yeah,
Actually?
there's links to it in the
Oh,
Dice
nice.
Masters Discord. Yep. What's a clicks that you want to be legacy card, and what clicks do you want to legacy card, but they might legacy card? Want to be legacy card.
A lot of angles there.
What clicks do you not want? I missed the not on the second one.
What
So
clicks do
what-
I not want to get a legacy card?
Yeah, what click would you not want legacy, but they might?
D20 Felix Faust can stay.
There's no
stay
way.
forever.
get one.
I would say, like, I'm not a fan of the idea that, like, Unimine's legal in silver. I'm not a fan of them, like, reworking him, even though he had, like, a hot moment. Same with, like, Prime Vulture. It's not something that we need to revisit. What's his real name? Blackie Drago? He's not even, like, Adrian
Yeah,
Hughes.
no,
He's-
yeah.
He's not even the cool Vulture.
Blackie is his first
Blackie
name?
Drago
Yeah,
is
wow.
the
he's
Prime
like some
Vulture.
mob guy.
He's like, yeah, he's. I don't like the fact that he was so good.
I would
didn't
really
make any sense.
love it. Probably like obviously number one is Hammer Thor Captain America, obviously.
Yeah.
Big number two and a few other ones would be just because talking about Vulture always makes me think Vulture is doing something a Wolverine should do.
Yeah.
More specifically, a Weapon X Wolverine would be perfect for that dial, in my opinion. Him just like ripping everybody up when he's escaping the facility.
Berserker barrage.
So like once per game to even keep the whole removable effects in it. Like once per game, let Wolverine do Vulture for a turn, but only when you remove that thing. He can't do it the next turn, but he can do it that one turn. He removes his thing. But he has to make every attack with blades too.
Yeah.
You know, like that'd be really cool. I think that'd be so dope.
A legacy I don't want to see also. I just picked one of these up in case it did get a legacy.
World's Fine.
The Haha Joker from Joker's Wild. Do not want to see that with a legacy card. Legacy cards I want though: Arkham Asylum, 099 Batman, Old School Chase.
I also played a lot of Vulture, Emily, so I liked Vulture. I just don't think we need to see him back.
We don't need him back.
And I also don't think you can recreate him. Like, they gave us a version of Firelord, but it wasn't like the same thing. And so it's like an homage, but it's not like it's not like good enough to be like the original, you know.
Definitely not. Climate's changed a bit too much for old Firelord.
Rules and stuff just changed too much.
I think Web of Spider-Man Nightcrawler, bring him back, but have him not be like as
do something totally different.
That's honestly just a great sculpt. That is like a they retired a set early for this guy, like 99% confirmed, right? Why else did they retire it early?
I didn't even know it was retired early. I'm being honest.
Oh well, it was retired early, and I'm pretty positive Web of Spider-Man was or Nightcrawler was the reason it was.
Yeah. Is that Ben Crawler?
Yeah, Ben Crawler. I'd love to see him back, but once again in a weaker fashion. Like, don't give him the same movement ability. But I love that he just ignored everything on movement. I thought that was awesome.
Bizarro Green Arrow and Jakeem Thunder. Bizarro Green Arrow is the one that they
Thunder
want.
Would be sick.
Jakeem Thunder is the one they don't want.
After
playing against one,
Thunder, but he's not even that good anymore.
I was gonna say after playing against
so
one
cool.
on Friday, I wasn't
Wasn't
impressed. Like he's not as crazy as he used to be. Like he did get the boost and not pushing anymore and not needing supreme intelligence for willpower, but at the same time, like he's just overcosted for what he does.
Yeah.
Even though like with Tarot,
like
he gets to pick like powers, and with Tarot that makes anyone better. But no, another one that I don't want to see in Modern ever again that I saw last night was Goblin King. Goblin King, although I will say Goblin King should have gotten a better fix than what he got.
I agree with that.
I just don't think that we need to revisit him.
Okay, I think we're finally good for Patreon. But let's finish up this round of Bad Sand and we'll end on the Patreon stuff.
Another legacy card that I'd love to see, because I want to see how they would do it, is the Hyper Time Unique Flash with 20 movement. I want to see how they would make that happen.
It already means nothing.
I mean, the KC Flash, doesn't the KC Flash also have like a 20 at some point? It's like 15. His last click or something.
The KC one from the Flash set has 17.
Okay.
Oh, there is another Flash with 20 movement. The Flash is.
Oh, the duo.
That'd be kind of neat. I would like to see any of the bold duos.
So
it's like all the duos.
225 for like 9 attack and
what
1
is
damage.
What is like they have like a power that can put everyone back in their starting areas?
You can like place people.
It's like a double power action, and it's like halfway down their dial where you'll never get.
Really effective.
Oh gosh.
Game winning.
In like a 300 Modern situation, like I can't wait to do this one thing with the piece that I have that takes up 90% of my team.
Those Brave and the Bolt duos, those can all stay out of Legacy.
Oh, they're hilarious, dude.
I want
to see Blue Beater boost.
I'd love to get them like
that's the one exception.
Yeah, I love that so much.
Batman and Green Arrow was like, it's 200 points. They got trick arrows. They can attack and then smoke cloud. 204 points.
I love the Flash and Green Lantern where the Flash is running on the Green Lantern's thing. And I was like, the Flash can run faster than the speed of light, though. So at some point, like, he would have to limit how fast he's running so that Green Lantern could keep up with, like, building the road in front of him.
Yeah.
I'm like, how effective is this team up?
Also, like, the Black Adam Shazam, like, that figure just dominated in its time.
I cosplayed that one.
I wouldn't mind if that one came back.
Yeah.
That is a really cool looking figure too.
That was like one of the first cosplays for Thursday Throwdown where I actually like did Photoshop that was like not half bad. So I just put like my Black Adam half like facing away and then my Shazam half facing the screen.
Unimind for Dan Powell to stop playing Thanos. Is it any better if it's Unimind?
I mean, it depends on how they change.
You're drinking poison either.
Unimind would be cool if he did something like more than just like sideline the Eternals. If it was like something where, if it was like a mission point
Dano
thing.
gets it. He's upset that Nightcrawler didn't get a legacy card either. So heck yeah, Dano.
If it was like a mission point, or like not mission point, but like some sort of like upgrade thing where like, if like you had more than one Eternal that had been KO'd or was like on
they
this
turned
click,
Unimind into a mission point.
They like,
dude, that would be.
That would
actually. Be the
then I would be okay.
Oh,
I would be really okay with him. That'd be awesome.
they have to turn into Unimind. It's like the Ultron Infinity.
I like that.
That's cool.
We
win
win if we turn into Unimind, guys.
I like
we
that.
make a big brain in the sky.
Big green booger.
And then we
unite.
freeze a giant.
Yeah.
That would actually be really funny. Alright, let's finish up this round of Bad Sam. So, like, where were we at? We're on our last figure now for Modern. Simeon's got 2 points, I got 1 point.
Yeah. You guys are real cool.
Number generator, bro.
Maybe I don't want to play anymore.
I don't play with you guys. Get out of my house.
You guys are both cheating. I don't really like it. 19.
That's free play. What do you guys want to know about the figure?
I want to go straight for the guts and take an HC Realms
yes,
comment.
of course. What other way is there to do it? You know?
I don't know.
What other way is there?
It used to be set to narrow it down, but now it's like HC Realms comment, just like
peak. It is the pinnacle of Heroclix.
And
community.
I always forget that there's one comment on this figure. The name of the commenter is Nova Shotgunner.
Oh, okay.
We'll take it.
So,
actually, what year is it from?
2021.
Oh, no, that guy's not as cool. If it was like 2014, it'd be tight.
It might be a little too tight.
Young Nova Shotgunner
for some
going.
people.
Oh, boy.
Hey, guys. I just drove into town so I could comment this.
Yeah.
By the way, I really like this
library.
I drove to the library.
Just rode my horse to the library so I could comment on this here website.
Who is the Nova Shotgunner?
Who could it be?
Giving your whole team Mystics is crazy cool, especially since it's uncopyable now. So if you keep her safe, you can deal tons of damage for 25 points. Undertaker, Earth X, Daredevil, and a few others come to mind.
I can't remember her name.
From the Wonder Woman 80th.
Yeah, she's a rare.
Yeah.
Skinny, bold.
Yeah.
Chick. What letter do you think it starts with?
S.
S. Okay, that sounds. Is it like? Is it Strife?
That's what I'm thinking.
Is it Strife?
You just Strife.
Hey.
3 points for Ian. 3 points Ian, 1 point me, 1 point Simeon. We got our Golden Age figure.
Simeon has 2.
Oh, he has 2, right? Golden Age figure.
Once again,
all the points are doubled.
Gosh, trying to cheat him out of points.
I am trying to cheat him out of points. Simeon walked away, so before we could actually end it on our Golden Age pick. Let's do. You want to hand me my notebook over there?
Yeah, sure.
And if there's a pen or whatever anywhere around there, either way, I can just put
notes somewhere. But I like to.
I like writing stuff down, old man.
Let me go grab one.
Sweet, sounds good. All right, so we'll do the Patreon giveaway. Yeah, no problem. Just to reiterate what we're giving away, guys, this is for all of the people that were joining our Patreon for the month of September. Really quickly, we're going to give away 2 boosters of Fantastic Four Future Foundation. We're giving away the Prime Super Rare Vision. We're giving away a Disney Plus bundle, which is the Super Rare Captain Carter and S.H.I.E.L.D., John Walker and S.H.I.E.L.D., and Crokey. And then we're giving away Pestilence and Sheriff Gaia Whitechapel together. And then the tarot cards, Justice and the Empress will be given away together. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 different little bundles that you can win. This is purely for people that are joining the Patreon. So again, if you haven't already, $1 a month gets you 1 entry into the giveaway every single month. Throw your hat in the ring there. If you want to buy yourself more odds, you can by donating more. Every single dollar you donate gets you an entry. We showed off the cool Chainsaw Ship shirt earlier. If you donate $25 or more each month, you'll get a T-shirt. That is only until the end of the year. After that, Chainsaw Chips discontinued or on special order at that point. So you got to get those Chainsaw Chips while you still can. Thank you so much.
This is a possible spoiler for an upcoming video. If anyone can decipher what this is or where it came from.
If you can guess where that came from,
I would be shocked.
we'll just give you the show.
Yeah.
Okay.
We'll all quit because
Take
you
it, bro.
obviously are omnipotent and yeah.
Well deserving of it.
Alright, and then Vision. Okay, so first up, the person that wins the 2 tarot cards is going to be on the random wheel.
To show you that it is spinning. If you can see that.
The yellow one.
And once again, Ethan Jacobs. So someone who donates the big 25 got it. Sadly, this is someone who I can see in real life, so I'm not saving as much money shipping as I thought I would on those tarot cards. It's way just to hand it to him. Let me update this, by the way. Loses to tarot. Is that there? Wins against tarot. No tarot. Okay. So that is going to be Ethan Jacobs taking on the tarot cards.
Noise. Big tarot card winner.
Alright, next up is the Disney Plus bundle. That is going to go to, so that is the Croaky, John Walker shield, and Captain Carter and her shield. This is going to go to one Mr. Zeph Balsley.
Met him in Kokomo for the first time. Yeah.
And next up is going to be the Future Foundation boosters.
With custom dice.
With custom dice, Star Sapphire dice.
Who's that massive pie chunk?
That is Chance McCall, because he gives us
Oh my
$25
gosh.
a month. Discotex, old Andy Discotex. He's the brewer guy.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's in. Yeah, obviously in the Discord.
Alright,
but yeah.
the Ten of Swords LEs. Let's see, shall we? We still have some major players. That Chance and, it's going to go to Scott Cunningham.
Ah.
Interesting.
Alright, and then last but not least, we have the Prime Vision. We still have some major players. Matt Reed, Chance McCall, Izone Bill with his 15 points because he won Bad Sam last month.
And his croissant.
And his croissant.
croissant.
Let's see if it goes to any of these major players. We're going to someone a little bit smaller.
Whoa.
Oh my gosh. It is. Hey, I think someone who's in the stream. It's going to go Darth Jono 22.
Woohoo! Congratulations, a Prime Vision. Wow.
That's
Very
really
cool
stuff.
figure.
Alright, cool. So I hope you guys enjoyed the Patreon giveaway. Gave away some awesome stuff.
2022.
So yeah, that is dope. Be able to get that shipped out, send you guys next week. Now, the final figure in Bad Samaritan. We don't need this anymore. Look. It's Golden Age. It's 1 through 10.
So it is.
Golden Age is tough. Or it can be.
Sometimes you get the soul read. And you guess Ezio.
Sometimes you do.
It's
Oh yeah, no kidding.
That was so funny. Alright, 8. A lot of 8s this time. I think I've forgotten
Yeah,
that like
number
every
8 on
single
this
time.
one is named and generic keyword, however.
named and generic.
This
It's gonna be
character's
easy, then.
named keyword, I'm going to give you...
Am I going to guess the worst ones? Huh?
BPRD.
We'll do Future and Teen Titans.
Future and
Wow,
Teen
you're really
Titan.
gonna give it away that easily, huh?
Oh yeah. You think so?
I'm gonna say
Is Bunker from the future?
Bunker.
He's my favorite Teen Titan.
Is he?
Is that the purple fist dude?
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's so
I just
cool.
bought it. I just bought one because I
Pure
want him to get.
nostalgia for a painful game we played.
Yeah.
Twice.
Future Teen Titans.
I mean, that's like all the Legion of Superheroes. No, they're not Teen Titans
Jeez.
technically.
The Teen Titans in the future. So more than likely.
Chat. Any guesses? Chat is this
More
across
than
all
likely,
of
this is
Heroclix?
from the Teen Titans.
All Golden Age.
Good
It
chance.
can't be modern, but it's anything else. They have Teen Titans. They have Future.
Future Titan. Is it like a Future Imperfect kind of like storyline where like they're like, I'm the Titans of the future.
Oh, it could be.
I'm Robin and Starfire's like kid. Is that a thing?
Right. Star Robin.
I am Fire Robin.
Rob Fire.
Rob Fire. Nice to
Starring.
meet you. Yes.
Not starring.
Starring versus Starro.
That's that one. Guess
Future Teen Titan. Geez, they're like a Teen Titan who time travels? I don't know.
They did have a
So,
future
like,
Teen Titans episode.
Batman
didn't they?
Beyond
Beast Boy
stuff
was
is
like
in the
fat
future.
and sad and in the zoo
I don't
and
think he has
stuff,
Teen
right?
Titans.
No,
And,
I
like,
doubt it.
Cyborg was like all gray haired and worked at like a mechanic shop or something. And like Beast Boy was like stuck in a zoo thing. Wasn't that like an episode of Teen Titans? One episode.
I don't remember that.
No
Robin
clue.
was still a baller because he's Robin.
Future Teen Titan.
I'm pretty sure that was an episode of Teen Titans. Chat. Was that an episode of Teen Titans, like the old Teen Titans show, and they like go to the future?
Yeah, and they meet Nightwing.
Yeah.
And he's like, oh, I'm like way cooler.
Super dark and brooding.
I don't really like the Teen Titans
Robin
anymore. I kinda
was
do my own
like
thing.
always cool in the original Teen Titans show, and he's always a loser in Teen Titans Go. They make really
Yeah.
clown on Robin so hard in Teen Titans Go. It's ridiculous.
His impression of Jared Leto was funny though.
It was funny. I did end up watching that clip. It was pretty funny. Did you just write your
jeez.
pants?
I'm sticking
That was
with
just-
Bunker.
that was
I
just on
like
the ground.
Bunker.
Oh,
Bunker might. It's probably not from the
Faulty
future,
pants.
but I love Bunker, so I'm
all right.
guessing
Going for
Bunker.
Bunker, Simeon.
I'm gonna go with Superboy.
Superboy's a good guess. Yeah, it's neither of those though.
Yeah. I didn't feel like you'd pick Superboy, but I was
No,
like,
probably not.
I think he does future stuff.
There's
a lot.
one version of Superboy that I would actually like to see clicked. Someone from the future, like Superboy's like young Superman in the future, like whatever, right? Someone from the future mind controls Superboy or like body swaps with Superboy, goes back in time, and then has a kryptonite rocket launcher that he tries to kill Superman with.
Oh.
And it's one of the coolest comic covers ever. I actually have it's like the only Superman comic I have like hanging up in my room because it's Superman shackled like almost like crucifix style, like with like kryptonite shackles, and then Superboy with a kryptonite rocket launcher shooting the rocket at him.
Wow.
And you're like, what is happening right now?
It's a hard target to miss.
Yeah. Yeah.
You're like, I went through the trouble of beating him up so that I could shackle him
Yeah,
up,
and then
so that I
shoot
could
with an
shoot
arc
him with a
shoot.
rocket.
This was the easiest way to go
Yeah.
about doing
It is just wild.
I
Like,
didn't want to take any chances anymore.
No.
He kept slipping
I
out
was
of
done with that.
my weird stuff. Yeah. My machinations.
So it's neither of those?
it's neither of those. Yeah, it gives it 1 through 10. 3.
Future Teen Titans.
This is set rarity and number. The set is the Flash set. They are a rare and they are 035.
Tornado Twins.
Tornado Twins.
Dang.
Those are villains. I think.
Rare 035.
I don't think those people
Flash
are the Teen
set.
Titans. Rare 035.
Kid Flash.
One for Kid Flash. Okay.
I mean,
I feel like that's too obvious. Being from the Flash.
right.
It's not the Tornado Twins. I know that. It's not Rainbow Raider. 'Cause he is
Definitely not a Teen Titan.
definitely not a Teen
Probably
Titan.
not from the future.
Midnight.
Those are like the
He was a Teen Titan, right?
Was he?
No.
I don't think so.
Those are like the two
kills a
figures
lot of
I
people.
instantly think of
Oh.
in Flash.
The only rare I can always think of is Midnighter
Oh.
from the Flash.
Rare from the Flash.
Isn't his like Batman boyfriend also rare?
No, Midnighter is the
Is
Batman.
it-
Oh, it's Apollo.
Apollo's
Is
the- he's-
white one.
He's the uncommon.
Is he? Oh, he's on
Engineers the.
Is Dark Flash a
Engineer's
Teen
super rare.
Titan?
Who?
Dark,
Flash.
He's a Prime, though. Never mind.
Yeah.
You're like, is Girder a Teen Titan? All right, Girder.
Is mayonnaise a Teen Titan?
Jeez, gosh.
Turtle.
Yikes.
Is Turtle Teen
Is-
Titan?
Turtle a Teen Titan?
He's a teen turtle.
No, he's supposed to be not a Teen
Michelangelo
Titan.
when he gets
Yeah.
old.
Old, fat, slow Michelangelo.
Rare from the Flash set was a
funny.
Teen Titan.
Having a hard time picturing all the rares from the Flash set.
I can't think of like any of them.
Etrigan, he's a Flash
Yeah, you're
rare,
right.
right?
You're right.
Okay, so we're narrowing it down at least. It's gonna be some rare that no one's ever played
Zoom
ever.
is a rare from that set.
Correct.
Is it Glider?
Do you mean Golden Glider?
Golden Glider?
Okay.
Golden
Or is that you're
I'll
gonna
take,
lock in
I'll
Golden
take
Glider?
Golden Grams.
I think she's she's like the sister of
Rams.
Captain Cold, right?
Is she?
I don't know.
I learned about this figure in Memphis from,
Oh, really?
yeah,
funny.
remember I was talking about that, some strategy with like Morphing Jar and Golden
Oh,
Glider.
dude, my favorite strategy
Put it
for
on
the Flash set is, did you ever play Swift?
I didn't. But
So
I remember what she did.
She got to move for free.
The heartbeat.
If no one's done anything at the beginning of your turn, she can just move for free straight up. And the way poison used to work was any time or whatever.
Yeah.
So it's like she basically poisoned for like move and poison.
Yeah, the
There
Red
was-
Lantern battery
there
was
was
big,
some-
big time on it.
There was some way you were allowed to like move poison with Swift, and it was pretty awesome.
It was
the
before
golden light.
beginning to turn.
Yeah,
Or
before
before-
and all that stuff. As long as it was before the beginning,
Yeah,
so
at the
no
beginning,
actions. Because
during the
you could
beginning,
still move
yeah.
with poison. You could still like
Well, you used to be able to
sidestep and
poison.
stuff.
Is
Yeah.
Flash in the Teen Titans? Is there a rare Flash?
There's a super rare Flash in the Teen Titans set that is the Flash.
We're talking about a rare person,
But like
Flash.
from the Flash set,
Dude, I don't know. I'm sticking with Golden
Kid Zoom.
Flash.
There might be a Kid Zoom or something.
You want Kid
No,
Zoom?
I went for Kid Flash.
Oh, Kid Flash? Yeah, it's neither of those. We need one more.
Yeah,
Fellas.
I think so.
Impulse.
Number 10.
Oh, that's a good guess. One.
Oh, we should. wait
One
for the
is
next one.
top dial stuff.
Ooh.
Big
so-
hypersonic.
They got
gonna give it
10
away.
speed, hypersonic, 10 attack with nothing, 17 defense with ESD, 2 damage with a special damage power, 0 range. They have no special combat symbols except for Indomitable.
Indom.
And
in
at
that
the
set.
time, that was something. So
Well,
10, 10,
150
72.
point Professor Zoom didn't have Indom in that set. That's
He did not.
wild.
He had triple prop potential.
hey, yo.
I'm gonna go with. I think Impulse is like
Impulse.
a young Flash guy.
I'll just take
There's a-
Flash.
You just go with normal Flash?
Yeah.
I mean,
I don't know.
Is going to be.
Max Mercury.
Now that's.
he's a common.
It actually is Impulse, though.
Is it?
Yeah, it is
Nice.
Impulse. It is Impulse. Simeon's taking
I don't know
over
how I
you.
pulled that one out of my head.
So can you guys guess the theme? Do you want me to read off all the figures?
Yeah, I don't remember
It
what
was
we.
the Fury, it was Brood, it was Strife, and it was Impulse.
Fury, Brood, Strife, Impulse. Sound like bad '90s movie, like action movies. The Brood. That's like the starring Kiefer Sutherland as a vampire.
Yes.
Impulse. It's like Keanu Reeves on a bus. The
That one
Fury.
would go 50 miles an hour.
That's
I could.
David
I
Hasselhoff
like
as
that.
Nick Fury. I don't know. That's what it sounds like. I don't know what it actually would be.
The Fury, Brood, Strife.
Mad
Fury
Max
Road.
Fury Road.
It's all Mad Max references.
There is a movie called The Brood, but it's about vampires. I don't know if it's any good though. I don't watch it all the time.
Theme
Let's see.
is garbage figures that no one played or was heard about.
Impulse.
The theme is figures not worth commenting on. That's
Yeah,
what I'm
I guess
locking
so.
in.
The only comment on Strife is this guy, so. That is wild to me that I'm still the only comment on the 25-point Strife. Like, for all that
Still
she
a
does.
good figure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Giving your whole team Mystics, no one else has anything to say. They're just like, yeah, he's right. Giving your whole team Mystics is crazy cool. And that's like, alright.
Thanks a lot, guy. Oh.
Add her to my
Man,
sheet.
I'll say Fury, Strife.
Chad doesn't have any guesses.
Fury, Strife, Brood. These are like weird emotions. Like you could be the furious. You could have like strife in your life. You could be brooding. You could be impulsive. I'm gonna go with weird.
That's what they are.
Emotion.
Yeah,
Yeah!
that's what they are, Simeon.
I thought that was too
Yeah.
obvious.
Ah!
Man. Impulse, Brood,
That's what they are.
Strife.
You're like, Strife.
I don't know.
Strife.
That's what I was thinking, but I was like, it's
Alright.
never that. It's always like, these are all based on quotes from
He's like,
books that I read as a child in a library.
it's like I stopped at a taco stand the other day, and these were their 3 named tacos.
Yeah, no kidding.
This is a, yeah.
that has been some of them.
Yeah,
I won't lie.
some pretty wild ones.
I won't lie.
All right, well, guys, we are pretty burnt. So at the end of our hope, we have some really cool videos that we want to film. Theme
we
is
do.
clutch. Yeah, Bill's so right. So we're
Yeah.
gonna film those videos now, guys. Thank you so much for hanging out. If you want to see more of these live streams in the future, make sure you subscribe, like the video, hit the notification bell so you know when we do go live. We always love hanging out with you guys. If you want to tell other people to also join the live stream, it's always a ton of fun. Hopefully in the future we can start doing more monthly live streams, potentially weekly ones. Who knows? But we just love hanging out with you guys. So let us know in the comments right now or as this video goes up what you think of the live streams, etc. I won't plug the Patreon anymore. I'm done with that. But that is it. So anything you want to say before we head off the live stream, fellas?
Well, I'm allowed to transfer my points to somebody if I wish to.
Oh gosh, this doesn't count.
And I choose to
This doesn't
not transfer them to Bill. Anyone but Bill
I
is who I
see.
transferred.
I see. Cold.
No, just because he's in the chat. No, we got a lot of work ahead of us though. Like we've got so much stuff that we're working on. It's nuts. I mean, Ian, especially has a big week ahead of him.
A lot of shields.
A big couple weeks ahead of him.
A lot of shields, yeah.
A lot of shields. A lot of feats. A lot of shields.
That's all we can say. Dare be not. Get it away.
But no, yeah.
Yeah, we don't want to leap to conclusions on anything.
Oh no.
No, that Office Space
don't.
reference is dated, Ian.
True.
Office Space.
Office Space. Yeah, that's
Oh.
an Office Space reference.
Yeah.
Ian, anything you want to say before we get off?
Yeah, guys. A lot of stuff on the way. A lot of work to do. Yeah, it'll be fun.
All right.
Looking forward to posting it.
Cool. Stay tuned. Tell your friends. Subscribe to H For Heroclix. And like always, happy trails.
Indeed.
Bye-bye.